3 and 4 times.
Why are you hearing yourself 3 and 4 times?
Because you got no headphones on.
They don't got nothing to do
Yes,
with
it
me.
does.
Baby.
It does.
No.
It does. And you got my
Nope.
sound coming through your audio.
Nope.
You do.
Nope.
You absolutely. 110%.
Nah, B.
Look, you the engineer. It's this on you.
Oh, shit. The ship is going to sink.
Damn. Hey,
I promise you.
damn. I'm going to first switch over to. Oh, suddenly it stopped.
I don't know why.
Damn, I didn't know we had
No, I did.
114 subscribers to the Black Culture Geeks channel.
What you talking about, Willis?
We have 114 subscribers. I could have sworn last week I looked at that. It was like 80. It was like 80. Yeah, 114.
Don't believe you.
I mean,
No, I have seen a bunch of
uptick.
Emails. Well, I happened to look at the Black Culture Geeks email, and it was like, "You have a new subscriber. You have a new subscriber. You have a new subscriber."
Huh?
So, yeah.
Huh?
All the new people and whatnot.
Yo,
So that's always a good thing.
yes, it is.
What up, Betty? What up, Bo?
Hey, Betty, Bo Flex. You know, perception is not always reality. We just got finished kind of talking about that.
Well, sure, yeah.
But it will never cease to be.
My perception is always reality because
Well, I mean, besides you, perception is not.
I am he who remains.
It's not always reality for a lot of people, but it will always be the biggest con device ever.
Bruh.
Ever.
Without question.
It looked like something. Look,
Yeah, sure.
classic example. So years ago, Donald Trump had that show, right? And on that show, the way the producers had him pictured, he's at this board table and this, the other people like their board of directors, and the perception was that he was that type of guy, that type of businessman, and didn't run, for all intent and purposes, a slightly above a mom and pop. Like, it wasn't. He didn't have a board of directors.
What up,
to answer
sis?
to. Hey, sis. Perception is reality, yo. Look how far that got him, yo. If you can make people, yo, I swear, yo.
I mean, no,
people
real
are
shit.
such
I
chumps.
mean, he became the president of the United States.
Off of
I don't-
like, yo, it is huge.
As much as I hate politicians, that's a cushy seat.
It's very, very, very. Well, I don't know, because they be getting old. Like,
Well, no, they get yo, they get real old real fast, yo.
yo.
It's the craziest thing, yo. Matter of fact, listen. I know what up, free thinker. I know a lot of people mad at Dave Chappelle right now, some of our audience included. But listen, that is one of the craziest. Like, that's one of the funniest jokes that he made.
It's
he
a
was
fact,
talking
though.
about Trump, and he came out. He was like, "You don't want to know the things that I've seen." He was like, "Yo, bro, you're not supposed to tell us that." What up, Special Space?
Special Space.
You don't even know the things that I've seen. Oh, you're not supposed to tell us that. Like, what do you mean? Like, chill out. You're supposed to tell us everything's okay. Chill out.
Come on, man. Come on, like, don't.
We don't need to be getting old with you.
Yo, that's the thing. Them fucking 4:00 in the morning phone calls about,
bruh,
this place is on fire now.
Right.
Or motherfuckers have moved fucking planes over a certain airspace and are threatening to do yo.
Bruh, I don't never want it. Never want it.
Nah, I'm good.
All really good.
I'm good. I don't need that at all. No, Playboy, real gym. Okay. He says want to become famous, and then it's another one.
No, I don't actually.
Me 123321. Want to become famous? Buy followers and viewers on bigfollows.com. See, this is what happened. This is what happened when Black Culture Geeks leaves or expands its operations into other territories. Now, these comments are coming from Twitch.
NPCs.
Now, we made a basically we made an appeal last month for you guys to make this the switch to Twitch, and a lot of you have, and we appreciate that. But we knew going in that Twitch was foreign territory. It's someplace that we don't usually frequent, and as somebody that might view content from there every now and again, I have seen guys like Playboo Realgen, Knock Me 1 2 3 3 2 1. Yeah, I'm making you famous. I don't know. Fuck. We knew here. Tilk Wataskin. I've seen that in other people's feeds all the time, and I feel like that this is almost a welcome to the platform. You guys are here now.
If that's what you want to.
I mean,
sure. If that's the way you want to. No,
I really do. Like that's
right.
just saying.
You wouldn't be wrong, I guess.
This is how you know you're here. Yo, special space, exactly. I'll take the money over the fame.
Because I say I have arrived.
Ass.
That's how you know I'm here.
We have arrived. We are in this space right now.
No, you're right. No,
and
you're right. That you change one word. I was wrong.
Yo, Facebook is so trash.
Well,
the whole time we've been sitting there talking. I mean, besides the obvious. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Zuckerberg is like a freaking android. All right, let's get that out the way.
He is actually.
He's probably a super villain for real. Like we in the age of
he's legitimately Lex Luthor.
He's legitimately Lex Luthor. But
actually, that's Bezos. I'm sorry, that's Bezos.
Yeah, that's pretty much Bezos. Yeah,
Bezos is.
He's a bit more jovial. No, he's Lex Luthor from Justice League Unlimited when he was pretending to be a certain type of way so he could run for president. That's Bezos. Because if you talk to any of Bezos' employees, they'd be like, "Look, man, this guy. I don't know who this guy is. The grinning and all that. I don't know who that is. This is not. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I'm saying right now that Facebook is full of fail and has been for a while is I have attempted to share the broadcast and it is still posting. It's just the link, Facebook. It's just the link. It's not me uploading a video. It literally has still posting and everything. It hasn't done anything. Got those 3 little dots moving at the bottom right there. It is garbage. And listen, I understand there are a billion people on Facebook. And motherfuckers is uploading shit all the time, post it all the time. But this, y'all have so much money.
I think you broke it.
And so much is possible. But do you realize the fact that if I could break it, me. Like, there's a problem here.
No, you're right.
And, not going to get all meta on y'all.
All right, okay. All right, no. Time out. Flag on the play. We are not doing that. That's unacceptable.
Why am I just seeing Free Thinkers comment? Did you see Facebook name change right after
Clearly.
I said? Don't mean to do that, but this is so now I'm just gonna close. I'm gonna close Facebook out and then reopen it because I don't know what's going on.
Disrespectful doggy.
Hey man, I don't know what else to tell you. Except for they're full of fail.
Oh, yeah. Let me get right.
Full of fail. Let's try it now. Yo, at times. Yeah, absolutely.
No, it wasn't a shot.
Okay, now, see, I had to turn it off and turn it back on.
I was just saying that you're a human.
It was, sometimes, I be forgetting that, and then I fail. Well, and I go, oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's a whole thing.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Entire thing.
Oh, special space. The guy on the other voice on the song Delusions is me. That's me, bro. Look, I did some creative adjusting to the voice or whatever. And I just went back and forth and shit. I did the same thing on the Joker Wins song. Yeah, man. Yeah. Absolutely. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Might do that some more. If I come up with another concept that I think is worthy of me messing with it like that, I would do that again.
Yo, look at the message. Look at the group chat. Yes. we got to work on that.
We do have to work on that.
We got to work on that.
That's headcanon.
It's headcanon, yeah.
That's headcanon now, yeah.
Oh, God, sis.
Oh, man. That is hilarious. Yeah, see, I was trying. All right, so you got to strike when you do stuff like that. Well, in my opinion, when you do stuff like that, you got to strike a fine balance, right? You do want to make it, kind of over the top, but you also want to have some realm of realism in it to balance it out. When people have conversations with each other, it's not just usually one person talking.
No,
and no other side's not making any sound at all.
Not how that works.
Right. Usually people are either affirming or reacting to what the other person is saying. So I felt like that would make it seem more like a conversation because that's how conversations happen for real. And I don't think, me personally, I don't think it would have worked any other way than that. It would have just sounded like, I don't know. I don't think it would have worked. It would have sounded like a failed attempt.
Nah, you could have did it. I based mine off of Damien.
Yeah, it's true. True.
The DMX song. Like,
but see, even though he didn't have a lot of the subtle reactions in the back, what he did have was overlapping shit.
They did interrupt, yeah.
They interrupt each other and shit like that. That helps,
Yeah.
Because if not, it's just one person talking, then another person talking.
Right.
One person talking, then another person talking.
Yeah, that's facts.
Uh-oh. Biddy is also on Twitch. Awesome.
Oof.
See that she's going to share both links when she gets on the desktop. That's what's up. Like switch to Twitch.
I mean, yeah.
It's what's for dinner. No? It's not what's for dinner? Oh.
Okay. I don't know about all that.
No. I don't know. I don't know much about Twitch other than, they have expanded beyond the whole gaming platform thing, and people are doing other types of content on there, right? But it's still largely gaming going on there, live streaming and stuff like that. As far as, every platform has different vibe to it, right? So YouTube has a vibe. Actually, YouTube's had their vibe switch several times throughout the course of its existence, because when I first got on YouTube, the vibe was very indie, like regular folks getting up on the platform, sitting in front of their little shitty webcams, and having conversations, or talking about stuff. And then I saw a few of the early innovators doing little music videos, and they'd take, of course, a popular song that's already popular, and they would go out and shoot little videos and they would upload them. I thought that's kind of dope right there. Then I saw the other people that was taking clips from different movies and TV shows and the like, and doing musical videos with those. And I thought that was creative and dope too. But these like early people, like it was this one girl, I think I told you about her before, SPJ, Funky Princess. I felt like she had a very creative channel and was ahead of her time with a lot of stuff she was doing. But because it was so early on, I don't believe they didn't benefit from any of that. But at the time, they were getting a lot of followers, because back then a lot of followers meant, if you had 500, 1,000, heaven forbid 5,000 followers back then, you was doing it. You was doing it big because it was so indie. Right. And even the conversations people were having back and forth with each other, they literally had it in the features and options on the platform where you could reply to a video with a video, right? It was a whole vibe with that, and you saw people going back and forth either through disagreement or even doing creative little things like little skits or whatever, using the reply video as the mechanism, and all of that was dope. And then all of a sudden, somebody on Mount Olympus looked down and said, hey, there's a free video platform down there. I'm doing the voice of the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers in every other space in society turned their head, their gaze on the YouTube and went, Next thing you know, you started seeing more signed artists having YouTube channels. Right. You started seeing companies having a YouTube channel. And that worked out for them because it was relatively free promo. Yeah, they may have to pay for the content, get the content produced itself, but once it's up there, it's not like you paying an ad company, you know what I'm saying, to do all of that. You know, do it right on YouTube. And their name, because it already had a brand name recognition, because they're part of the gatekeeper class, right? People who's gonna see it and go, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Then the vibe of YouTube changed drastically. Yeah. It changed drastically after that. And it even infected the indie creators. Because now the indie creators have a lot of the same tendencies that the big corporate gatekeepers have with their content and the way they're doing that shit. But it's just the way shit goes. Like, one thing I know, you have to build a structure around the shit you're doing if you even hope to have a prayer of that thing ever doing anything. Because the last thing you want is for it to blow up and you don't have that infrastructure in place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Great way to lose money. Great way to just shred the opportunities that may never come again, because some things is time sensitive, right?
That's a fact.
Like if you sometimes if you don't get in, then you never will. Not with that. That's it for you. That's it. It's up and it's stuck. That's it. You will never have that opportunity again because it was time sensitive. And believe me, there's been plenty of those things that I have unfortunately been a part of it. And those, of course, were the times that reminded me, oh, yeah, that's right, you are him. Full of fail. Full of fail.
Completely.
Yo, there is, speaking of that, so it's a friend of mine. And typically, if I post something that's damning about humanity in general specific, they feel like kind of obligated to point out that the main problem is a handful. And I get that mentality. So I do respect, there's some validity to that argument, you know, but my counter to that would always be the masses let them do it.
Well, yeah.
So this is still happening on your watch. You exist in the same time and relative space as these motherfuckers. Sure. And I hear, it's one thing if y'all didn't know, but I see all over social media people complaining about these things. And yet they're still happening. Motherfuckers are still getting rich. Motherfuckers are still fucking up the environment to do so, or pushing false narratives into the people. People still buying, eating up. Nope. You know what I'm saying? But I still see y'all complaining all over Twitter, all over Facebook, all over Instagram, everywhere. I see them complaining about it. So it's not like this is not known shit. You may not know to the extent these people are fucking things up, but you know they're fucking things up, right? You know that. And you're letting it happen. You're right here, right now, in this time and space, allowing that shit to take place. Now, you can say one individual can't do much, and I would agree with you. Well, sure. And that can be frustrating. But that does not change the fact that if there's just a small amount of them, and it's way more of us that ain't doing that, why are we letting that happen? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if me, Jaded Nerd, Adequate, Kirsten, and Cyrus, and Nessa are walking down the street, somebody walks up to Cyrus, one person has a problem with him and takes a swing on him, what you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen? Right, because look at us. They call us Legion, for we are many. You are one. I'm gonna beat your ass into the dirt. Right? Beat your ass into the dirt. Right? So again, the numbers favor us, and yet we still here. People still complaining, and those things are still happening. At the moment these people are complaining, they're going. They remind me of the cats in my house.
Oh,
right? Some of the cats in my house will climb on that table, dining room table, and if you're 10, 15 feet away and go, get off that table, you know better than that. They will stare at you while still doing what they're doing. I'm gonna take so until you make a move to them, they like, I don't believe you. You need more people. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe you. That's how these people are. Good morning, Ken. That's how these people are.
Hey.
Like, they hear you. You think they don't see you on social media or have someone that monitors their social media that sees you? They see you complaining, whining, bitching, getting mad. They see it. And they like cats on that table looking at you like, nigga, it ain't nothing between us but air and opportunity. Air and your fear, because you ain't come over here to put a stop to this. So I'm going to keep this going until you do something about it. Just saying. No, Ken, you wasn't on the show you didn't get to watch the show last week. We had an artist, thanks to Mike Gleason. What up, Gray? We had an artist, Mike had an artist put these geese, that's what they are, geese, together as a graphic to surprise us with. And it's dope. So you're definitely going to be seeing it on the show. The reason he used geese is because of an ongoing joke on the show. Just for those who maybe just come to the show for the first time. Adequate, our third host, he was getting accosted. he was getting accosted in his neighborhood by a bunch of Canadian geese who migrated down for the winter. And they would be all in his neighborhood in droves, honking, taking craps on things, and making a general nuisance in the middle of the street when cars is trying to get by, all of that. And there's actually, if you, I guess, scour Addy's Facebook page in his videos, there's actually
there's video evidence
of him being bullied, run amok, led astray by these geese, right? So at some point on the show, when it was brought up, I don't even know which one of us originated that shit, but we stopped referring to them as the black.
No, it was a mistake. I'm fairly certain the first time it was just I think the first time it was just a mistake. Somebody went to say black culture geeks
and they said black culture geese. So yeah, that is now they are the official mascots of the Black Culture Geek Show.
Facts.
As far as Adequate is concerned, he will not be joining us today. He has stuff he needs to take care of, very important things, and you know, we want to wish him luck with that.
Facts.
Nothing but good news with that. But today is, of course, just us, the original early adopters. Just us. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's where we at today. So let's see. It is 11:23. Do you want me to do the intro now, or?
I mean, kinda.
Yeah. Okay, that works.
You know, the show
must go on.
That whole thing.
Me.
Ah.
You had to know it was coming. Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ. And I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and we are just a couple of geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective. Facts indeed. Now, since SPJ no longer edits the show, I don't have to explain to the people after the intro that Addy will not be on here because that's already. What's up, Jonathan?
That's
already been established.
But you did anyway.
Yeah, but because that's how I'm living right now. That's how I'm living right now. But before we go into anything further, I would like to ask, what was your week like?
No, you wouldn't. I don't think you would.
I think I would. No, I don't think it was as bad as you think it is.
Somebody broke into my car.
Yo, so first of all, I want to apologize for my utter dismissal of your life issues and the things that take place with you in any given week.
Yo, here's the thing, right? Now, like I said, I don't know if I actually
Raise your hand.
part on the show
Appreciate you showing up,
last
bro.
week or not, but there was a post. I shared it on my Facebookity. There was a post basically saying like the most dangerous people in the world are motherfuckers who often use the phrase "it is what it is."
Yes,
because they just be out here being.
They do.
And I'm one of those people. I got up yesterday. I got ready for work. There was no reason in my mind. You know, every now and then you get up, you don't feel like doing what you got to do that day.
Facts.
You know,
Plus
like that. None of that was going on.
Okay.
I was up, had a good night's sleep. I got myself together. Like, all right, it's the last day of the week. Wasn't even payday because for some reason I got paid the day before. I was just, hey, you know, the last day of work.
Right.
We're going to get it in here. We're going to do that. And we off to the weekend. Get everything together. Grab my water out the refrigerator. Put my tennis shoes on. Open up the door. Go downstairs. I parked in the parking lot. I come down. Walk out. I'm walking towards the car. I see the car. And I'm like, why does it look like the window's down? And in this moment, I'm having all these thoughts. Like, did I leave the window down? Like, why would I leave the window down?
Right.
What is going on? And I get closer. It still looks like the window's down. I'm like, huh. All right. So I get to the car and I realize, I'm like, oh, yeah, the window's not down. The window's gone. The crazy thing about it is there wasn't glass. Like, the glass is inside of the door. Not to say that there's no shards at all, but I don't see, it's not like a pile of glass anywhere. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell this happened. And here's the other thing. I'm mad as fuck is what they got.
What did they get?
They got my fucking glass wipes and air freshener. I don't have nothing in my fucking car. I bought some glass wipes and some car air fresheners at Walmart.
Okay, so
Thursday.
I'm just gonna say this. You could possibly find the person that did this, but in order for you to do that, you literally have to go through your neighborhood sniffing inside cars because somebody's car smells like methane on the inside. Maybe they ate too much chili. I don't know.
Both like clean freak bandits. It's like, yo, I don't understand. I don't get it. Here's the thing. Yo, all right, so
it was the CFB. It was
realistically, what else I had in my car? I had my old wallet that had no cards, no money in it. I had a cup for change, which might have had maybe $1.20.
Nah.
In it.
Oh, well, that explains it.
You couldn't see the fucking cup.
Sometimes
it was in the center console. You couldn't see
the money
from outside.
Look,
Shut up.
People tend to keep money in that center thing right there.
That is true. That is true. But it's a parking lot. I wasn't the only vehicle there.
So this didn't happen in your block, your neighborhood.
Yeah, like the parking lot in the back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean where
funny
the
thing about it
and all that is?
Right beyond the dumpsters, yeah. Now, here's the funny thing about it.
Bowflex said they vacuumed up the glass.
Yo, listen, I can't even say, like, that's plausible right now.
Wow.
Because again, I didn't see So I saw yesterday. I realized that somebody else's window had been busted, and I'm like, so I'll never find out what happened. Like that's not like. So not my fault. So when I get to the car, I look, realize I open the door, and then I hear the glass inside of the door, and I'm like, all right. So clearly, yes, that's been confirmed. And I look, and I don't see my Walmart bag, and I'm like, and I see the wallet on the driver's seat,
right,
and the empty cup on the driver's seat, and I'm like, all right, close the door, turn around, walk back to the house.
Damn it.
Text my supervisor, who's not my supervisor. Hey, I ain't gonna be in today. They broke into my car.
I'm traumatized.
I mean, listen. So she's like, dang, that's horrible. It's rainy today. I'm like, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Damn,
like,
it was pouring down raining. Oh yeah.
There's a thing called golfer's tape that it's a very high utility tape. It's pretty. It's kind of better than duct tape, but I had put her onto it,
right?
And she was like, "Whatever you do, make sure you don't put golfer's tape on your car." And I'm like, "Oh shit, you're right. You are right. I'm so glad you said that because that probably would have been what I did because you won't be able to get it all off. Like it's almost impossible to get the sticky part of the golfer's tape off of your car. So yeah, she so shout out to her for that. I did that. Went and looked at my insurance. The deductible. The dumb thing about getting glass replaced is it's always more money than is convenient, but not enough money for your fucking deductible. So I went to file a claim, and I'm like, fuck, right? I can't. It doesn't make sense for me to use my insurance. So I just found one of those mobile joints, and they'll be coming out. Yo, the craziest thing, apparently there's a glass shortage.
Whoa, stop. Stop.
Yo, you can't make this shit up.
You
can't make this shit up. And I'm like, yo, really? No. Like, that's what's going on? So, my insurance suggested safe. Shut up. My
got plenty of this shit around here.
My insurance suggested Safelite, and that's how I found out about the glass shortage. And they were saying that their earliest available appointment was for like Wednesday.
Wow.
Because of the glass shortage. I'm like, nah.
A glass shortage, yo.
Yeah, a glass shortage, apparently. So I found somebody who was able to come Monday. So I have an appointment for Monday.
Listen, I am glad that you informed me and the rest of the audience that there is a glass shortage because there's literally nothing on the news about that. I think they are keeping that from us.
You're stupid. I can't stand you.
They don't want us panicking because they know stupid. The moment the masses realize that there's a glass shortage, there'll be anarchy in these streets.
Facts. Yo, Special Space said that sucks though. As strange and funny as the story is, stupid, unexpected. That's exactly how I feel about it. The entirety of that comment is how I feel about it. Like, you can't make this shit. It's hilarious. You can't make it up. But at the same time, it's
a support tax.
It's support tax. Yo, you know it's annoying. Like, bruh, what are you? Seriously? Like, you took some glass wipes,
right, and
car air freshener. Right. You legitimately. So I'm trying to imagine. So I bet it's cost my like feet. Also, here's the thing. Also, I don't have a fishbowl. My car has tents.
Right.
So,
oh, you know what? That's why you didn't get a lot of glass.
Oh, right.
That's why you didn't get a lot.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's that tent in there.
Yeah. So that shit probably just slid down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I'm like, all right.
Detective Toon. Yeah.
Okay. That's not this. All right. So I'm like trying to think of it from the thief's perspective.
His car smell like feet.
No, Nick. But again, I have tents. And it was in a Walmart bag, not a clear bag. It's not like He could have saw that there were air fresheners in there. So you break the window, you open the door, you take the time to open the center console. You clearly had to go through the wallet. There's no way you left it if you didn't go through it.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you didn't go through it, you take it with you because you go through it later. Right. No, you took the time to go through the wallet. You took the time to empty out the coin cup.
Yeah.
But you didn't take the time to just peek into the bag? Unless you really needed glass wipes and air freshener. Like,
I guess ass wipes need glass wipe.
I mean,
wait a minute. If there's a glass shortage.
No, stop it.
Would he need
stop it now?
I'm just asking questions, B. Like, you try to get to the bottom of this.
Yes, special space. That is possible. Yes, absolutely. Because like I said, somebody else's window was gone too. I saw that yesterday.
Right.
So, and I didn't. Well, to be fair with that person, I don't know if they moved their car or not, but I didn't see any glass there either. So,
right.
It was probably the same thing in both cases. But I know it is what it is. It gets fixed Monday, and life goes on. But like I said, I don't leave nothing crazy in the car anyway. Because
because it's not a smart thing to do.
Nah,
particularly in the neighborhood that you live in. But really, I would say all of these neighborhoods, because like even up in the county area where I lived like all them years.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was motherfuckers that would
of course
periodically come up there because they figured we're gonna get the best shit coming up there. But breaking in the cars, something you said earlier about they couldn't see in there to know what the fuck it was they was getting. Breaking in the cars is like a grab bag, B. It's like I don't know what I'm gonna get, but something might be in this.
It's a mystery box.
Right. As someone who is very well acquainted and have been kind of around that sort of thing, they don't go in there expecting shit. It's two types. It's two types. You have the ones that go in there expecting that maybe somebody may have fucked up and left something of value in there and go take that. And then it's the other people that just want to take your car on a joyride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been acquainted.
Here's the thing
with that.
If they took the car for a joyride, they did a very great job of putting it back because, it's in the same exact spot. And
wow.
All that other good stuff. No, I'm joking. They didn't. Obviously, they didn't take the car. But I don't know. I'm not.
Wow.
Like I said, the whole "it is what it is" thing. I kinda. I mean,
see, this is my thing about that though. Yes, technically, it is what it is. Meaning, it was something, and it existed. That's what it means. But with that phrase doesn't encapsulate in that situation is the empathy for the amount of cost and inconvenience.
Oh, absolutely.
For you know
I gotta get my window fixed. I gotta get my windows retinted.
Yeah, and that costs.
You can't just get one. Yeah.
Right, you gotta do all of that all over again. And here's the thing. I feel like now you gotta walk around with a cardboard thing or whatever you got.
Oh no, the car hasn't moved. I'm not moved. Like I don't see. Listen, here's the thing. I'm lucky enough to be in a position in life where I don't really have to do too much shit that I don't want to do.
Right.
That's not something I'm sorry. I like I said, I didn't go to work Friday, and I'm gonna be late to work Monday because I'm not driving that car around. And it's cold now. I'm not driving that car around,
especially in the morning.
Bruh, ain't no way I'm driving that car around. It's just not where that car's going. I went and got a car cover, and I put the shit on the car.
Right.
And it's sitting in that spot with the car cover on.
Is it sitting
that way?
Is it sitting in the same spot because you ain't moved it, so it's right there where the people took the thing before?
It's in the same exact spot. If they come back,
do you think
there would be no reason for them to come back because they already.
Yes, it is. They didn't get into your trunk.
They probably got into the trunk. Ain't shit in the trunk.
Okay.
Unless they want bowling balls.
You know what? I'm glad though that the last time we was together, I got my light because
that's true. That would have been something to take.
They'd have took my video light.
That would have been something to take. Yes, absolutely. But like I said, unless they want some bowling balls or maybe a dead old monitor. And when I say old, I mean like the first square.
You mean a CRT?
LCD. No.
Oh, about to say
the first square LCD monitors.
And
on top of it being old, it doesn't work. Yeah. You can have that. I mean, that's all that I had in the car. So I'm gonna be a little upset about the bowling balls. I ain't checked the trunk because again, I don't have anything in the car. It just if they took the bowling balls, they wanted them because that bitch is heavy. Like
ain't nobody running off into the night.
Come on,
with some heavy ass bowling balls.
Yeah,
right down the street. Plus, where do you hide it? Like
right.
Can you imagine that? I'm like running down there. Right down the street with his fingers in the holes, yo.
You can't put that in the Walmart bag, my guy.
Nah, B.
It's just not going to work for you.
Nah.
So yeah, like I don't know. I'm not. Matter of fact,
that's
I
ass.
I can see the car from here. Yeah. So,
that's ass.
Yeah, it's just sitting there with the cover on, and it will remain that way until Monday when the people get here to fix the window. I'm not. That's dead. Anything like, luckily, between like Fab's off on weekends.
Right.
Marcus is off on weekends.
Right.
Marcus lives. Matter of fact, it would take me the same amount of time to walk to my car as it would to walk to Marcus's house.
Ah.
So, and Fab lives 5 minutes away. If I need anything between the two of them, matter of fact, Marcus took me to Walmart to get the.
Y'all a bunch of village niggas.
I mean, sure. But yeah, Marcus took me last night to Walmart to get the cover because I did order from Amazon. Amazon fucked up the one time. Like, here's the thing about consumers, right? One of the reasons why we're shitty is because it's just real shit. It's real shit. We they're humans in general, but most humans are consumers. So,
right.
We base our expectations off of results, not percentages, which is actually the better way to do it.
Right.
As much as I order from Amazon, and the percentage of the time that they've been on time or early with their delivery is overwhelming.
Absolutely.
Like, it's probably 92% or some shit like
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
But yesterday, I was supposed to get that shit yesterday by like 5, and I got a message saying that it wouldn't be here until potentially today. Fuck you mean?
He was mad because
Get the fuck out of it.
Listen, I'd have been.
That's crazy. You know how crazy that is?
Yep.
How ridiculous it is to have that reaction?
Still going to be mad. Like, where my shit? Haven't I been inconvenienced enough? Where's my shit? I'm still gonna be
all thanks.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you another reason too. I'm tell you another reason for that. We were raised here. Yeah, one of the things I have learned from these last 3 years of looking at other places around the world that are potential spots for me to retire in is that those folks in a lot of those places don't have the expectations we have here simply because stuff doesn't work like that there. So if you order something, because Amazon's all over the world, if you order something there, they already have an expectation the shit's going to be late or they got to do some extra shit to get it or whatever. So as a result, that little extra bit of frustration, they don't have because it's expected. There's probably going to be some stuff with it, right? But here, because we are conditioned to that sort of thing, because this place is a consumer haven, so everything is kind of focused in on, so how do we get as the product there as fast as possible so we can get the money and more people will come, blah, 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 blah. They don't think like that in other places. So so they don't have that to worry about. But here, you and I were raised here. And on top of that, and it's only been, if you think about it, it's only been a small window of time when products have been that available to you through mail or through internet. A small window.
Within the last decade.
Yes.
Not even the whole decade.
Yes. Because I remember what it was like to order things and expect to wait 2 weeks
Bruh, I remember when 3 to 5 business days was like, oh shit?
Yeah, right. Yo,
what?
Yo, when 3 to 5, if you saw 3 to 5 business days for delivery, you was doing cartwheels.
Absolutely. Now I ordered it for one day, same day delivery, and they like, no, it might get here tomorrow, and I'm like, fuck y'all talking like this is crazy.
That's how it is.
That's just crazy how that works. But yeah, so Marcus took me last night to Walmart because I could have took an Uber. I just did like.
You already spending money, B.
Yeah,
you already got to spend money. Rajon says, my last girlfriend had the opposite approach. So much mess from the 4 kids and 3 dogs, tissues and sticky candy wrappers and dog hair. No one wanted to put their hands on it.
That's funny.
Free Thinker says, hey, Amazon one time threw my package over the fence in the yard instead of the porch.
Yo, that's petty. That's super petty. Like,
I would argue to you, even with as mad as I would have been. I'm gonna keep it real. As mad as I would have been,
it was for me,
especially that. But that is still part of the first world consumer privilege.
Yeah, it is.
Because you got it.
If it was something fragile, then I'd have been.
No. Listen, but I'm gonna keep it real with you, just because that's what this show in the rain. Oh man.
Oh damn.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Because I know me, fragile or not, this was supposed to be on the porch.
Oh, nigga, listen to me clearly. Wait. We are so terrible.
Yes, we are.
This is how petty I am, right? So, for my staples, grocery shopping, for my staples, every week I do the Amazon thing. 99% of the time.
Right.
Whoever delivers them does what the instructions say. They come in, they use the code to get in, they bring the stuff up to my apartment door, they leave it there, they take the picture, they go. If somebody leaves the stuff downstairs, I flip my shit.
You should.
And it doesn't happen often. I think it's only happened twice I started right before the pandemic started using them. Right. So I think it's only happened twice.
Right.
But in those 2 times,
right.
What the fuck? Yo, what do you do? Whenever I order food. And this is a combination of 2 issues that I have. One, the consumer thing, and the other thing, don't fucking call me. Why are you?
Calling?
Why is my phone ringing? My phone should not be ringing.
Listen to me clearly. There's text all day on this month.
But wait,
call me.
But no, my instructions for the food delivery apps that I use, I give them the key code. I tell them leave it at my apartment door and text when you arrive. Specifically, text when you arrive. 90, it's a little lower, so I say 92% of the time, that's what happens.
Right.
I get a text, I have arrived, I send a text back, thank you very much. I go to my door, my food's there, I grab my food, close the door, I can eat.
Right.
Every now and then, there's a person who, for some reason, can't find the building.
Can't find the city. Yo, excuse me. So I'm in Laurel. What's the address again? Because
right, and it's like, yo, what do you mean? Here's the thing. So my number is 500. So if you live in the United States, I can't speak for other places.
Right.
If you live in the United States, we have a very basic address system as far as the numbers of the street.
Yeah. They're not weird like a lot of these other places.
On one side.
That's right.
Even numbers on the other side. They go in order. They go in numerical order.
Yeah, you can't fuck that up. I don't think you can later fuck that up.
Yo, a person will be there. Mine is 500. A person will be at 501 and be like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" If you just look across the fucking street, you will see the 500 right there. A person will go, because I have my building is an apartment building, and next to my building is townhouses and duplexes. So they'll be on the part with the townhouses and duplexes. Right. They'll get to 502 and they'll be like, I'm lost.
Right.
And I'm like, bruh, you drove on my street. So you know the street name. If you walk down to the next unit, literally the next unit, that would be 500. It's really that simple.
Is it though? Now, I hear you say that.
I've had people leave my food outside in front of doors on that block. I've had people go into other apartment.
That is bananas.
I've had people leave my food in 501. This has happened more than once, actually. This is the most egregious. Right. I've had people take my food into a building that doesn't share the same street name.
But it had the same number.
No!
Oh, sorry.
Not even, it's a 4-digit number. It's like 4301 or something like that. and a different street name. And people will legitimately go in there, go to the same apartment letter, drop the food off, take the picture, and say it's right here. Yo, and here's the thing. And call me whatever you want to call me for this part.
I'm going to do that anyway.
Listen, when that happens, I absolutely report that I didn't get my food.
You should, nigga. Listen. Hear
and
me.
And then I don't get my food.
Yeah.
Because
you're supposed to do that. Mighty Mike Gleason. Iron Mike Gleason.
Absolutely.
No, you're supposed to do that. Hold. We talking about two things.
My food.
We talking about the money. The money you spent for the food and your food. And they're playing games. Listen, you have to let these motherfuckers understand, you are food aggressive, like my wife tells me. You are food aggressive.
Don't
right?
do that.
Don't park my food. If I live in College Park, don't park my food in Upper Marlboro and then take a picture of it and send it to me. No, you're bugging.
No, B, I didn't get my It only happens on those times where I'm like really hungry. So
every time
there'll be times. No, shut up. There'll be times when I order food specifically because it's time to eat,
right,
or stuff like that. But it's the only time it's ever happened when it's in that other building on a different street.
That's crazy.
Is when I'm really hungry. So I'll look. I get a notification that's been delivered. I hit the thing. I see the picture, and I realize it's in the wrong spot. How do I realize it's in the wrong spot? Because I have a doormat. And in the picture, my doormat is not there.
Wow.
And I'm like, come the fuck on, man. Now I have to. So here's the thing. So now I have to go, and that's only if I get the picture. Sometimes I don't even get the picture. Sometimes I just get notification that it's delivered. So in the event that I get the notification that it's delivered, this is how the process goes. I'll go to the door, open the door. There's no food here. Fuck. And here's the thing. I don't like wearing shoes and socks in the house. So I have to then put shoes on, grab my keys, go. My first step is to go downstairs and see if they left it at the main door.
Right.
That happens sometimes. If that happens, I'm not that mad. If that happens, I'm not going back into the app. Right. There's no reason. You could have brought it the fuck upstairs.
That's right.
But whatever. I ain't that mad at you.
Right.
If it's not there, my next step is to see if they took a picture. If they didn't take a picture, then I walk around the corner to Marcus's house because Marcus's address is an address that I have in my joint for ordering food. Right. So just make sure it wasn't me. Just make sure I ain't fuck up. Yeah, because I fuck up sometimes. So I went and go and I don't see no food over there. I'm like, all right, cool, it's not over there. Then I have to go into 501, up to the letter that my apartment is,
right,
and see if it's there. Then if it's not there, I got to go to this other building. And by the time I've done all that, I'm upset.
I know you are.
So when I get back to my phone, oh, absolutely. Food was not delivered.
Damn right. Damn right. And you should have sent
my money back.
You should have sent them a picture of your thing. like, don't be. They play too much.
Don't play with my money. My money.
Don't play with my money on my food, man. It's 2 things.
And my
man.
time.
Yo, and time.
Those 3 things.
3 things.
Bruh, if you've been around here for a while, you know the time thing. Don't play with my time.
Yeah.
Time is the most important of the 3 of them, only because the other 2 can come from time. So,
right. Right.
Right. Don't play with the time. Don't play with the time. What else happened? I apparently I'm a rapper again.
Again?
No, apparently.
All right, so this we're gonna have to come to a agreement about terms.
No, okay, so here's the thing. I am not that person. If you've lied once, you're a liar. No, you have to be current with it.
I believe that there can be variances and differences depending on what the activity is. So yes, when it comes to lying, you're not always a liar. You have lied. But you're not
absolutely.
A liar. You know what I'm saying? But when rapping is so intentional.
Absolutely.
There is so much work in it, the crafting of it, that, and the fact that particular thing, you have people literally especially back in the day, that would put out an album and not put out another one for 3 years, and they're still rapping.
But that's wait. You rap. No. Allow me to
agree, and I'm going to.
No, I'm not going to. No. Allow me to extrapolate your example to its full extent. You're using the metric of back in the day. What was also true with back in the day is we didn't see these motherfuckers, so they didn't exist until they had something out. That's why they were always rappers.
No.
It wasn't because
we did see them, because in that 3 years they would tour off of that album,
but rapping. Right, exactly.
When they talk.
That's my point. Yes, we see them. That's what I'm saying. Every time we see them, they're rapping.
Okay.
So they don't exist without the rappity raps. Because again, perception is reality. We was at that at the top of the show.
Right.
So if we don't see you not rapping doesn't matter because it's not a real thing.
You're still a rapper.
No.
Like,
you're only still a rapper because when we do see you, that's what you want.
But here's the thing, right? I haven't seen Master Ace in years up until 2018.
Okay.
My perception
what
of
was
Master
he doing
Ace,
in 2018?
When I saw him in 2018, he was rapping. Here's the thing, though. I was still listening to some of his music because I'm a fan of Master Ace.
Again, that works too.
I'll come to a point.
Okay.
You have already recorded music.
I have no fans. That's the difference.
That's not true. That's not true. Addie's a fan.
No. That don't count.
I can count, nigga. 1, 2, 3. I count. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? I count.
Again,
and as far as I'm concerned, before you released anything,
your perspective is different.
So
no.
It exists.
Clearly, in your pocket reality, sure, fine. But for the rest of these streets, I had ceased to be a rapper. I looked at my fucking YouTube yesterday, and I realized it has been a year since I released any music.
Yeah. Well, yeah, to the public.
I said released.
Right, to the public.
Anyway, the point that I'm making is, for an entire year, I have not been a rapper.
You know what's funny about that?
I mean, it bothered me when I realized
and you. What's funny about that? And you. So you went a year. Nigga, I went 3 years. I could do a year standing on my head at this point.
God.
Right?
Clearly, because you're semi-retired.
And guess what? He's a rapper. And they
that's
see
because
me.
You had fans. No,
they see me.
But you had fans. No, all right. Prime example. I'm gonna shut all this shit down. Prime example. Mm-hmm. Every single week, we got people in the comments talking about your songs. I don't want to hear it. There's nothing you can say. Literally every single week. Yo, we could be talking about cream cheese, and somebody will get on here and comment about one of your songs.
Well, first of all,
checkmate.
And that's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that.
That is the difference.
If you
that is the difference.
What I said before my camera, while my camera was out, that would have killed everything.
I would have quit. I would have quit. All right, you're right, but that's not what happened. We're in this reality, and that is my case. My case is
you rap.
No,
you do.
No,
you rap. You do.
No,
you rap.
No.
It's what you do.
Yes, now.
That's because I didn't.
I'm back at it.
I ain't see you eat. Don't mean you don't eat.
Bullshit.
You eat.
Nah, perception is reality. You saw me eat at the top. You saw me eat.
Yo, you was just about to go down to the delivery place and beat everybody up with a bat and trash cans and shit.
That's not what happened. Not today.
Nigga, you eat.
Not today. You saw me eat today though. You just didn't register it.
You listen. You eat.
You saw me eat today.
If I didn't register, it didn't happen.
But it happened.
I had to be able to. I had to perceive it. But what if it to happen?
You know here's the evidence. So,
nigga,
there's the evidence right there. I don't. Again, I'm not disputing that now.
Nah, we're not doing that. No, absolutely not. Absolutely.
I'm a rapper again. So everybody, I'm a rapper again. Go get my debut single. Fuck. What came out today?
Debut. Nigga, no, we're not doing that either. Debut. The fuck?
Yeah, my debut single. I Know Nothing.
Exactly, Mike. Look, Iron Mike. It says I'm Machine. I stopped doing it for 3 years, but I still know how. SBJ, if you know how, it's part of what. God damn it, it's part of who you are now.
Guess what? That is absolutely true. Doesn't change the point that I'm making, though. That is absolutely true. 1,000%. And I will forever.
Rap is something you do. Hip-hop is something you live.
Years before I wrote and recorded my first song,
your first rap.
This. Right. So, again, I still wasn't a rapper in the sense that I'm talking about. And at this point, I'm a rapper again. So my debut single, I Know Nothing, is out on Spotify and Amazon Music. Because apparently it's, for some reason, it didn't come out everywhere at the same time. Hold up, let me double check.
No, sometimes it be on some bullshit.
I got the emails.
The two
I knew
it was.
I knew it wasn't this time.
Yourself well is with iTunes and Spotify.
No, it's not.
And maybe that's because
Amazon.
You're going to typically get more. In my experience,
Amazon and
get more sales from iTunes than you get from any place else.
Yes, that has been my experience as well. Where the fuck is it? I got way too many email addresses
and hiccups.
Well, no, they come and
go. Mike said in full Shrek voice, SBJ is like an onion, there's layers.
Singles live on Amazon.
For me, Amazon would be the second
tier.
Yeah, it'd be the second most sales I get is from Amazon.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why that is, but that's after that is
curious.
the Google. It's the Google thing, and then
Rock On. I guess I should put the link in the comments, huh?
That might be helpful.
I mean, I don't do this whole promotional thing.
That's the issue.
Fine.
You kind of need to do it, but see, what it is this is you're having right now a crisis of balance between
life,
you doing this right, and not wanting to be famous.
Yeah, that's never.
That's what's going on right there. But unfortunately for you, there is a movement out there the hashtag make James famous.
No, it's not a thing. I'm about to share the link.
It's a thing.
I'm about to share the link. I'm gonna do it, but it's just between us, y'all.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, someone say balance.
Right,
hour.
So, all right, fuck it. There's the Spotify thingy.
It is. Bam. In your face, goddamn. This is a rap jam.
This one is legitimately the only reason that this is the one that's being put out right now is because I needed to get it out. Because
listen, you didn't need to do anything.
No.
Unless
specifically because I'm tired of talking about the vaccination. No. It has nothing to do with rapping because it would have just been a different song. My point is the reason that this song is because I'm not talking about vaccines anymore. This is the
y'all do what the fuck y'all want to do.
Yeah, I made us be ever in your
favor. Want to do.
That's why this is the one that was today. Next week it's gonna be a different song, but that's neither here nor there. There's another song coming out next week, and I actually need to put out that Cream freestyle.
The reason why I believe that you can't just separate you from rapping like that, because if we take that to the furthest extreme.
But we don't.
If I'm on, oh no, it's me. It's me. It's me. Like, what are you talking about? The moment I put the mic down, if I'm recording myself, I'm no longer a rapper. No, that's not the case.
That's not what I said, though.
That's
not the point that I was making. No, that's
rap.
not the point that I'm making.
You
that
rap
is
in your
not
sleep.
The point that I'm making.
You listen to rap. You rap.
Oh shit!
Your lunch.
I gotta put all these things on my Bandcamp too. I keep forgetting to use my Bandcamp.
Yeah, Ray John brings that up. I can't even remember the last time I bought music from anywhere other than Bandcamp, other than some crowdfunded vinyl. Yeah, that's the other thing about nowadays. So these streaming services are the go-to for a lot of people, and I get why. It's a go-to because it's convenient. You pay a certain fee, maybe, because everybody don't pay the fee. They just listen to the commercials. But you pay a certain fee, and you get access to all the music.
Compendium.
That comes out, a whole entire compendium of songs, artists, whatever. And I'm sure for the consumer, that's convenient. You can play it on your phone. You can play it in the car. You can just do what you do. Not carrying around a bunch of CDs or nothing. Just, hey, here it is.
If I play music in my car right now, it's going to sound super loud because I don't have a window.
Right. It's going to be incredible. But just my opinion is just an artist. I can't speak for other artists. Spotify and all of these guys,
yeah,
they are part and parcel with record companies with robbing the artists.
Sure. Absolutely.
But again, this is where that phrase from earlier comes back. It is what it is. Like, they're the gatekeepers with that.
Yeah.
So when they decide to restructure the systems, they will always restructure the system to their favor. This is the thing I try to get into the heads of average citizens here. The people in charge with the most resources, the most influence, and stand to gain the most from certain things in the system will always game it for their benefit. That's what it is. So when they come at you with what they basically come at you with is a new plan and their narrative about that plan. Like, listen, this is great for y'all but then when you look at the numbers, it's like, is it though? But most of us won't, because most of us are sheep looking for shepherds. And if somebody is confident in the plan that they have, we're going to do, listen, this is so much better than that, and do that quick talk shit and with the narrative and all of that shit, most of us are going to go, okay. And including me when it comes to certain things. I think this is
yeah.
In this, though, I don't buy it. I don't buy the narrative.
That's a
you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of punny today. I don't really buy it.
Yeah.
Because I just remember the way things were. I've been here long enough to remember how things were. And there's been too many different examples. Look, when Taylor Swift went off, let me tell y'all something. Taylor Swift, when you look at her,
Taylor was right.
On paper, you think that she would be more accepting of a lot of things that the system says this is what it is.
Nah,
Taylor was like,
she was the straw that stirred the drink.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She was very pivotal in artist rights, with the platform she had. Like, and that's the crazy thing about it, because like, I don't want to say. All right, so there are people who go along to get along, right?
Yes.
And
always.
then once they get along, they just keep getting along, because that's what's comfortable. That's what's been working.
Yeah.
Even like it's crazy. It's like the flies in the jar thing. When someone finally removes that top, it don't matter.
They don't leave.
You don't know anything beyond it. So when that barrier has been gone, it's still there for you.
That is such a metaphor for a lot of things,
bruh.
Like it really is, man. It really is. But I for one, if for no other reason than that, am a fan of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Because while everybody else was going, okay, I literally watched videos of indies who I know didn't have as many sales as me. I know, like as far as physical copies, none of that. Running with the narrative,
right,
making whole tutorial videos under the assumption of the gatekeepers who created this. Right. And I sat there and went, so you ain't gonna question that at all, huh? You're gonna take that and you're gonna run with it. Like, that's it. And the thing with when people encroach, the initial encroachment is to test the waters. It's to see, am I gonna get slapped for this?
Yeah. What's the blowback?
What's the blowback from that? If they are allowed to be comfortable in that spot,
right. I'm gonna go a little bit further.
They move further, and I knew it was gonna happen. And again, the part about it is what it is means I still have to have music on Spotify.
Oh, without question. Yeah.
Because
you'd just be foolish not to.
I'd be foolish not to.
Particularly for discovery reasons.
Absolutely. Especially for discovery reasons.
Yeah.
But I am not under the illusion that, exactly, free thinker. I am not under the illusion that is for my benefit financially in the strictest sense. Because ever has this been the way in the music industry. The last person to get paid and who gets paid the least is the artist.
Absolutely.
It's always been that way. And I chuckled when I saw people who at one time were had the flag of independent artist thing. When they came along with these new little things, all of a sudden was championing that system. Like, yo, you don't really believe this is for your benefit, right? Because it's not. Honestly, places like Bandcamp are dope as fuck. Why? Because yes, after every so many sales, they'll take something. But you get so much more out of it.
Okay.
But think about, here's the thing though. Think about Bandcamp, which I've tried. I had an artist. Yeah, listen to this. I had an artist hit me up years ago, and we were talking about music. Blah blah blah.
Bandcamp don't remember me either, by the way.
Because you ain't been on that motherfucker. Oh, he hit me up, right, and he said, yeah, man, I got music up on iTunes and stuff, but I'm about to take my shit down, man. I said, okay. I thought he was gonna give me some strong philosophical reason why, about the percentages and this, that, and the third. I thought he was gonna really kick some shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
He says, yeah, I'll put stuff on there and nobody buys it.
Oh.
So I went,
oh. So you think that they're gonna advertise for you as well?
Have you done any other content to lead people to your iTunes link? Oh no, I don't really be getting into all that. I said, bro, iTunes
and this is exactly
will do the bare minimum, meaning it's on their database.
You might make it to a playlist.
You might even be a similar to artist that pops up with another artist that people actually fuck with. They might see your shit right there and go. So that's the bare minimum of advertising for that, right? But with places like Bandcamp, it's all on you. It's on you. They do a little, like you might see if you're getting good sales, that's still on you. But if you're getting good sales, they'll put up on the main page the best-selling hip hop releases this week, this month, today, that sort of thing, right? But it's all on you to go out there and make people aware of the music that you have uploaded. Now, if you don't care about it, if you're only doing that to fulfill a certain, there's an itch in your brain about this music thing that you must scratch. And that is the entire thing of writing, recording, and releasing it up somewhere. If that brings you fulfillment, because there are people that are like that, just to say, yeah, I got music up on such and such. They cool with that. That's all they want. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to those of you who foolishly believe. Yeah, I know. But I'm talking to people that foolishly believe that they're going to become famous as fuck, paid as fuck, by just uploading their shit somewhere and then going to play pool or eat a wing box. Now, while eating, I know what you're going to do. Eating a wing box is always the thing to do.
Okay, cool. As long as we got that clear, I'm good. You can say whatever else.
It may not be the thing to do, though, to make your music prevalent.
Sure.
People like eating a wing box will probably make you feel good.
Oh, whoa. Stop being, these egregious takes from you. There is no might involved with that. It's an absolute.
It depends where you get the wings from.
No, you gotta do your research. You should have been on top of that. That's your fault. That's not the fault of the chicken box. It's the fault of you. If you are indulging in a faulty wing box, that means you didn't do your research.
Yo, they put it in existence to be getting
that chicken box has always been faulty. You made the move.
That chicken box only made less than 15 minutes. It has not always been.
The serving of that wing box is an absolute point. Chicken box has always been.
I got to highlight this right here. Okay, this needs to be put on a billboard, on T-shirts, on hats, and mugs. Okay. But I do what now? Who?
You do have the money
to do what?
Put it on the billboard.
You can get the money.
No, I said, do you have the money?
Well, why would I have the money?
Why wouldn't you have the money?
That's a good point too. God damn. But anyway.
But yes, Gray, absolutely.
I have seen this.
There's a fine line. No, the line isn't even that fine, to be honest. There's a line.
Making awareness of your stuff is not the same as begging for listeners. Let's get that clear right now. Yeah. For those of you that might be listening and might be considering a career in music, maybe your favorite artist or whatever inspired you, you want to do it too.
I have a fundamental aversion to advertisement.
Yes.
But at no point is it about, I'm not going to go beg for... No. They are not the same thing.
No. That's bringing awareness of your product, because if you're trying to sell this, you got to let people know that it exists. That's something else. But fairly recently, on one of Graydon's live stream, there was someone got on there yelling about how much they need fans and they get a shout out and this, that, and third and another. It is ugly. It is not productive. Let me give y'all another little tidbit from somebody that's been doing this for a while, right? Your promotion is not just these cookie cutter ads that you'll put on Facebook or any of these other social media sites or even on TV. Not in this era. Part of the promotion of your product, who you are as a brand, also comes from your interactions with people on social media. Right. They factor all of that stuff in. For instance, if you're the type that has music out there and people generally like it, but then you get on social media and you act like an asshole to your supporters, the people that actually buy your shit, that not just
getting blocked by everybody,
right? Not just even buy your shit, share your shit. You know how many fans share verses from songs, from the whole song, the album when they come out? They're like a street team, yes, a digital street team. You feel me? So if you and your interactions with them come off as assholish, guess what? That's part of your brand too.
Wait. I thought we agreed on assholic.
You're right. Point of order, sir.
Okay.
If you act assholic towards the people that support you, and then the other effect is new people who may have just heard your music and want to connect to you on another level, they then find you on these other platforms that you're on and see exchanges and go, oh no, this guy's a douchebag. That's also part of it. So now everybody has branding. Everybody. Yeah. It's how people see you. If I see you begging all the time and trying to hijack threads where there's this conversation going on, or hijack a live stream where there's conversations going on just to selfishly promote your shit, instead of you coming to me, talking to me like, yo, I got this thing, blah, blah, blah. I was wondering, no pressure, but I was wondering, if it's possible could I come on the show, promote the shit? Could I could you shout me out? Maybe I'll do something. If you need something, we can make a fair exchange. Blah, blah, blah. You need some voiceover work for some of your videos. Something. That goes part of your branding too. And now, whether I've heard your music or not, after I've seen you, I don't really fuck with you. That's all part of it. Now, I have said in the past, one of my biggest, not biggest, but a regret is that I did not parse my personal social media with my artist social media. They're all kind of blended in. And the reason for that is quite simple. I have family and friends, and there are times when it's cool when fans interact with them, but not always. Right. Because some of the people I grew up with, let's just say they're not going to fit in the box of what my branding has been, right? So they'll typically, it doesn't happen a lot because I've done things to curtail that shit too. But I do wish I had, because I think I would have far more numbers on my professional shit, right? But what happens is fans will find you where they find you. Oh, shit, there he is. Bam. Oh, shit, there he is. Bam. But to use the phrase from earlier today, it is what it is with that. We are here now with it, and I think I've done a fairly good job of managing that shit. I am very cognizant of what people's perceptions are and how it can affect your brand, because at the end of the day, I don't know what everybody else got on social media for, but there was a time. Well, to be fair, Kafebe Tombstone isn't exactly the same. That's facts, though. But look, but I got on here. The only reason I got on social media those years ago was to promote music. Yeah. That was it. That was it. Like, I know everybody doesn't do music, so they get on social media for different reasons, right? But I didn't care about it. It had been around, and I didn't care about it until somebody put it in my head. Yo, the internet's a good place to promote music. I said, say word? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I had a computer way before I was online. You know what I'm saying? Making music with it. Like, put the software in there. Fuck that shit. That's the reason I came on this motherfucker. So I feel like from all the content that I produced over the years and the albums and all stuff like that, I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do. And
sure.
And because I'm aware of my reasoning for being on there, It's very rare that people will get me out of my character on it. It happens, but it's very rare because I came here with a purpose. I think some people came on social media for other reasons, and your reasons are your reasons. But I think they get caught up with it because of those reasons. They get super stressed out about this shit. They get on a thread, and things ain't going their way, and they lose it, and it starts to affect their real life shit. Like they mad in real life. They they log off or go outside. They still mad about that shit. They still talking about it. Like, nah, B. I know what I know what I'm here to do.
Fine, there it is.
Bam in your face, goddamn. This is a dope jam.
Shut up.
I know nothing. And allow me to say too, comment on the title of this particular track. Right? I know nothing. I have heard quite a few bars and song ideas from you over the past year or whatever. I gotta say that this title is your finest work. It is absolutely descriptive, and I feel
I swear.
And I don't know how you surpass this at this point.
All right.
What other titles did you? Because
so now when weeks from now, I explain that I've retired.
See that's the response. When you say that, that's the response right there. Like that. I'm giving you that early, so when you say it, you mirror it.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Nigga, I will take clips and interpolations of different lines from you and put them together so that they rhyme and put them on the beat. You're going to rap.
Yo, you know how much work that would be? You have any idea how much work that would be? Oh my God, bro.
Oh, indeed.
Listen to me clearly. If anybody ever was to do that, I don't even care what the song about. I would be absolutely enamored. Yes, I would share it. The amount of work that would be necessary to go into that and get a cohesive, sounding thing.
Yeah,
nigga,
it can happen. It can happen.
That's impossible.
It has happened.
But bruh,
it has happened. Yeah. You gonna rap. Everybody, yes you will. Everybody go check out that Bandcamp link right there. This is part of hashtag Make James Famous. So yeah, everybody say we got like 12 people in.
So I just realized that one of the projects, the premise, I uploaded it.
And didn't promote it. See, this is the shit I'm talking about.
No, I'm not promoting any of it.
This shit I be talking about right here.
I've uploaded it and I never published it. It was just sitting in draft. Like I just saw that. That's because I was new. Like I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about. Yo, I didn't. Yo, because you gotta save it as draft first, and then you have to publish. That's not like that. The vast majority of places,
I've never.
You don't have to say. That's how. It might have changed since
maybe
the last time you put something up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I literally just uploaded the I Know Nothing song, and there was no publish button. You had to save it as draft first, then you can publish it. That is stupid as fuck.
Look,
that is so dumb.
Say what you will, but I have made quite a bit of money off Bandcamp.
No. I'm not saying the site is dumb. I'm saying the person who implemented that feature.
Look, Ray John says, I signed up for accounts on various social media platforms to promote music, but ended up staying for the people. Facebook with no reapers. I probably have quit a long time ago. Yeah, dude, see, this is the other thing, and I think
I've effectively quit Facebook.
No, you haven't. Graydon,
effectively, I don't post.
Nah, you promote.
What?
Promote.
I don't even promote Black culture, geeks.
I can find you promoting in the last week. It was yes.
What?
I found you posting from the last week. Yes, it's actually posted on there from you from the past week. what Rajon said, and I'm pretty sure Graydon will agree with this. Part of the whole this whole experiment with the internet and being a musician and an artist on there is you have to come to grips with certain things, right? If you only do music, that's all anybody knows you for, you occupy one slice on the pie chart of people's time.
Right.
So the only time you are relevant is when you drop some music, right? But what's up, Patriot? But
what's going on?
But when you create other things for people to engage with, you start occupying more slices on that pie chart. And at the end of the day, that benefits you business-wise and brand-wise because people see you as someone that...
I would like to correct one thing you said, though.
What's that?
You're not only relevant when you drop music. You're only relevant when they feel like listening to music.
Okay, that makes sense. But a lot of times they don't even realize, like, all right, classic example. I may not be in the mood to listen to music. I didn't actively seek it, but I get a notification from somebody who I purchased music from before, and they go, "Oh, let me go hear this," right? So either way, it benefits you as a brand.
Yeah,
it benefits you
do something more, something else.
Just dropping all kinds of jewels on the show today. Just do more.
Just do more.
That's it. And also one of the things I will absolutely state for as a fact is that over these last few years that I've been doing this, there are people that met me solely through the music thing.
Yeah.
That I am friends with now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So and they help with the branding.
Yeah.
I have a lot of the amends on the Reaper Life combo group. Mm-hmm. There were people that got introduced to me through music, and we just got close because we laughed and joked all on different posts and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. We got long running standing conversations in the inbox about different things. So you wind up telling people about other things about you that other people other fans might not know. And it's one of those type of things, right? And you can't have that connection with everybody, but I do like the fact that the ones that I had from Cindy, Mike, Cyrus, you know, you feel what I'm saying? Like
family.
It's fam. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the good things that came out of social media shit. But if you was to ask me overall, outside of my personal experience, has the internet been good for society? That would be a resounding no.
Well, no, hold on.
That's my opinion.
Hold on.
I think it's a no.
I would say 51-49 yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't say any like overwhelming yes, but I would say 51-49 yeah.
It's too nuanced.
I would say 51-49 yes, if no other reason than the opportunities for collaboration. And I'm not talking about just music. I'm talking about any work that you could get done, any advancement that you get done. The fact that you can work with, you can put your ideas together with someone that you've never been in the same room with.
Right.
And it can further whatever it is you're working on.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Because a lot of the other collabs I've done have been from me. Graydon and I have never been in the same room recording a song. Adequate and I have never been in the same room recording a song. Like
Eddie and I have neber been in the same room recording a song.
You feel me?
Gats and I've never seen Gats a day in my life, and we have a couple songs together.
Right. Like, so that part has been good. Me, I look at the aggregate. Like I look at the result I'm saying, right? Overall.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That looks ass. That doesn't look great.
Well, my things that I like about the internet are the things that you don't necessarily see about the internet.
Facts.
Like, because we make an effort to mention that fact, but generally people don't say, "Oh yeah, we worked on this together from 2,000 miles apart."
100%.
You don't usually hear that part of the story when you
100%.
talk about it. So I guess my favorite things about the internet are things that you generally don't talk about. And
because as a tool, it's a great tool. But it's just also, the way people use it.
It's a double-edged sword. Yeah,
double-edged sword, B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Patriot says he's not rich enough to join another Patreon. Do you guys allow a one-off donation to get on a mailing list for your comic? That's not actually a bad
That's
idea.
a great idea. Actually, hold on. I saw something about I saw something about that earlier. We gotta talk about that.
All right, so this we going. I'm gonna talk to the other majestic ones, right? And we're gonna figure something out, Patriot. Appreciate it. I'm glad you brought that up because there's probably a lot of people that's like that. I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm gonna have to find that and show y'all the link.
We might do a crowdfunding thing for those who don't, if they want to pay it like a one-off. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
We'll figure it out
because that ties in with a lot of stuff.
It really does. It really does. And I'm actually glad. I'm actually glad you brought that up, Patriot, because I just want to get this out before I go. I ain't even gone into my week. That shit yet.
I ain't finished, nigga.
I know you're not, but
you keep cutting me off.
Look, no, I'm joking. Fuck that. But before we do that, I want to get a quick promotion in right here. That should not be doing that blinking shit. I don't know why it's doing that. But I'm gonna remove that real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we're gonna try that again. You know what I'm saying? Because that blinking shit will give somebody all kinds of issues and shit. We don't need that.
We don't want to be responsible for that shit.
No, not at all.
Not on Travis Scott shit.
I want to make a quick announcement about for those that are patrons of the of our Majestic Comics movement. So I just released the other day the second episode in Majestic Moments. You know what I'm saying? And those that are on Patreon, you guys of course will get the early access to that content, and then after that it will be released. Hey, you know what? JR, there's probably a lot of people that's like that as well, and you know that's also welcome because we're going to be having the digital version of it in digital stores as well, so that's cool too. Right now, a lot of our focus has been on the early adopters, that first 100 that will always get producers credit on anything this comic book has to do with, because we're still building the infrastructure and we're trying to make sure we can get our production cost up so that we can continue the entire story and bring each issue out when it's supposed to come out. But absolutely, that we will account for those that just want to wait for it to come out and everything like that. It will be available for those folks as well. This is just the startup period. And also there's
Mike, Landon's tentacles Arthur Cthulhu like.
Indeed, and also the fact that comic books are different now. That whole industry is different now. There was a time when the vast majority of how they paid for their overhead was through the sale of comics themselves. That hasn't been the case for a long time now, where you have to have other content outside of, it has to be connected to the comic book, but it needs to be other things about that IP that people can engage with other than the comic books. So people don't really buy comic books a lot anymore. They just don't. So that's why the Patreon is very important to the success and continuation of the story, because it helps with residual production cost. You feel me? But the link is there. It should be still in the chat somewhere. I'll put another one if necessary.
It is.
But yeah, like I want to thank all of the people that have supported the Patreon thus far, because you guys are helping us get this infrastructure together, and that's invaluable in order for us to even continue to make everything happen. But anyway, what else happened your week? Was that it?
So this motherfucker. So Kanye did the damn Drink Champs episode, and there's been a bunch of fallout, and some good, some bad, blah, blah, blah. This really isn't about Kanye, but I had to mention that because that's where it came from. So him and Soulja Boy has been going back and forth, mainly because...
Kanye?
Basically. Mainly because on this newest album, Soulja Boy had sent Kanye a verse, and it didn't end up on the album, and Soulja Boy got mad about it. Then
Calm down.
On the Drink Champ thing, Kanye basically implied that that verse was trash. And then Soulja Boy got mad about that because he saw it, and then they apparently made up. But Soulja Boy was on the Breakfast Club, and what he said.
Oh, I gotta see that.
What he said before they made up, I heard him say it, and I was like, "What the fuck? No, that's stupid." And then they made up. So when he was on the Breakfast Club, I'm assuming at that point, because they had made up, that I wasn't going to hear that stupid shit come out of his fucking mouth again. But he doubled down. He said something to the effect, I don't have the exact quote. He said something to the effect of, "What are you talking about my verse trash? That's not for you to decide if it's trash. Just because it's your album, that's not for you to decide if it's trash or not. Put it on there and let the people decide."
No,
whoa. Yes, it is 100% up to me to decide if I'm going to put a guest verse on my album for whatever the reason.
Full disclosure. The song that I have with Ogma called Breaking Bad, that's on my second release, Def Lips. There was supposed to be 3 people on that song.
Absolutely.
But the verse given to me by that third person not only did not fit the theme of what we were talking about, but for my taste in rapidy raps, that ain't it, Chief.
Yeah, okay.
So
you were bamboozled.
Led astray, run amok. So I took that verse off and wrote a verse and said, "Well, fuck it, it'll just be me." I was on my Thanos shit.
Yeah,
fine.
I'll do it myself. Absolutely. Right.
So nah, we not doing that.
That is one of the and that reminds me of a problem that I haven't seen expressed a lot recently anymore, is this idea. I talked about it. About it last week or the week before. Right. Allow people to dislike things. This idea that's he even somebody I think Envy was like, "Yes, that's exactly how that's supposed to go." And Soulja Boy was like, "That's selfish." What?
See, okay,
it's my album.
No. What I think he's saying is even worse than that. Selfish for who? The people. So you think your verse in your mind was so life-changing, so necessary to get into the ear of the masses, that Kanye's being selfish by not leaving that on the song. Let me just say this. I was going to avoid doing this. I was going to let this pass, let you talk about this. But when Kanye said the verse that Soulja Boy sent him was trash, I sat here and tried to think of a single verse he ever did that wasn't trash. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
I'm like, yo, what do you...
And for the record, you don't have the pull or influence on the audience that you used to back with Soulja Boy Tell 'Em. Where somebody might have said, you know what, he trash, but he got an audience. I'm gonna put it on here, maybe bring some member. That ain't you no more. So ain't nobody
understand. got. And here's the thing, I hate this idea that you can't critique someone while giving them their flowers. Like Kanye specifically said, like, Soulja Boy is one of the most influential blah 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 of blah blah blah, and it's true.
That don't mean he good.
Soulja Boy, low key, like the way that Ja Rule basically fathered Drake is the same way that Soulja Boy basically fathered a lot of what music is today. Because nobody was doing that internet stuff. Nobody was doing none of that. So yes, that's Soulja Boy's kid.
That's a fact.
Right there, 1,000%. It don't matter if you like what he was saying. It don't matter if you like what he's saying.
It's also not about not liking it. It's not good. But look, what I'm saying is,
I agree with that.
What I'm saying is, nobody can take that away from Soulja Boy. That is definitely a distinction. That does not mean that Kanye's got to put up with your whack vocal eruptions all over his damn. We're not doing that.
Right.
We're not doing that. I hope people don't get that in their heads.
No, it's in there.
The entitlement.
Charlemagne was co-signing it.
Charlemagne should mind his fucking business and deal with them rape allegations. But like I was saying,
I mean, hey, listen.
No, Charlemagne, you ain't never spit a bar in your life. Shut up, B. You ain't never put together. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Let me tell you something.
Yo,
I feel like every release, every music release that I've ever done is a world in a universe that is Tombstone the Dead Man. It's just another world, blah, blah, blah. This is my world. My universe. You don't get to come over here with that bullshit and tell me what's going to be on my. It's one of the reasons why I always value my indie status.
Yeah.
Because I have creative control
right.
over what I put out. So if I'm not giving that creative control to a record company, fuck make you think I'm giving it to Soulja Boy Tell him. Fuck. And this is Kanye, Billionaire West.
Yo, that motherfucker dumb rich. Like
crazy.
Annoying rich. Like, anyway, but the point stands. No, you do not get to tell somebody that they can't tell you that your verse don't belong on their album. That is not how that works.
It's an axiom that he must, now that he's written this verse and sent it to you, it must appear on. Fuck out of here. No, it don't.
Yeah, No, it don't. I'm like, yo.
You sent that man.
The worst part about this is he really means this.
I know.
Like, and the first time he said it, I was like, he's mad. He was no. The first time I heard him, I was like, he's mad. He's mad right
he could
now.
be both.
No, listen. I was like, he's mad right now. He's not in his right mind. Whatever. Then the reconciliation happened. So again, when I saw him on the Breakfast Club, I didn't expect to hear that shit out his mouth again.
Yeah, well. You should never.
And here's the thing about it.
Never have
he was trying to be controlled.
Yo,
it was the funniest thing. He was trying to be controlled and measured. He really, you could see the moment where that switch happens in his mind, and he just start going off. Like he was trying to be like diplomatic. Right. He was trying to, and they just kept say it.
Oh no, they wanted a hot take.
And yes, they did.
They wanted.
They got it, and they got it because it was titled "Soulja Boy Goes Off on Kanye," and I'm like, wait, how? This is new. This is after they just, and I'm like, did he not accept Kanye's? I'm like, did he not accept Kanye's apology? It looked like he did, and then the first couple minutes was like, yeah, we good.
This is the only thing Kanye. I think Kanye. I didn't watch that, so I don't know exactly how he worded it, but to me. What typically has been done to preserve relationships and also not to step on somebody else's another artist's branding. Yeah. So we just wasn't able to get that one on this. That's what you say in public, right? But if Kanye went up there,
different route.
Kanye went up there.
He didn't say it was trash. What he said was, he was like, Soulja Boy is one of the most influenced, blah, 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 blah. He's the future, blah, blah, just blah, 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 blah. And Nori or DJ F, and I don't remember which one it was.
Right.
It was like, yeah, so why the verse didn't make it? Why didn't he make it on the album? And Kanye's response was, did you hear the verse? Yeah.
I heard whack. He said whack. Yo, to say. When someone asks you that question, did you hear the verse?
Yeah,
it was trash. It was
Here's the thing. That the meaning of that sentence depends on the question, right?
Yeah.
Because if somebody was like, "All right, you haven't done a bunch of features throughout your career. Why did you choose to allow J. Cole on this album? Did you hear the verse?
Hear the verse, right? Right. And conversely,
right.
The way
why didn't Soulja Boy make the album? Did you hear the verse?
Yeah, the verse. Yo, what I hear when he says that was not even that line. I hear him saying that Soulja Boy gave him a pile of stinky, steamy monkey crap, right? And called it a verse and sent it to him. I'm gonna tell you what Soulja Boy did. Let's not parse words. I'm gonna tell you what he did. You got to know what he did. right? What he did is what he always do. Let's not act like he did what he always do. And for him, in his defense, that's always been good enough.
Sure.
Yeah, take that. Okay. Kanye's not in that space. Hey, Honey Silk. First time tuning in. It's been wonderful. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did what he always did, and it's always worked before. It's not working now because you're not the same Soulja Boy today that you were back when you
yesterday.
First came
Soulja
out.
Boy is not today's Soulja Boy.
No, it's not the same,
okay.
B. And so you're not given the benefit of the doubt with that because, like I said previously, there are probably some artists that did little collabs with him, and he sent them that same pile, and they went.
Soulja Boy though.
But the Soulja Boy, he get a lot of engagement, blah blah blah. This will bring attention to the song. Fuck it. That you not in that space anymore, B. So this idea. Then this is also the problem with the old phrase that Run DMC, the sainted Run DMC in hip hop said, never let a punk get away with murder. See, y'all let that whack juice think it was like the top shelf in a bar. Y'all let that happen for years, and instead of being truthful with these folks and saying, yo, the beat is, we fuck with the beat, and it's amazing you did all that on Fruity Loops and got your MySpace career, but the rapidy raps just ain't really, it's not, y'all let them do that because y'all was so infatuated with the beats. And yeah, also people like what other people like just because a lot of people like it. That's a thing.
That's
true. That's a thing, right? So he was popular in that space, and y'all was going around to you. Such great talent. Yeah, but on the other end of that, artists like Kanye got to deal with this guy having delusions that his verse is the and let's say something else for just another thing to encapsulate that whole thing. You know who Kanye's worked with over the years?
Yeah, no, that's true too. Here's as many issues, as many issues as Kanye has. One thing, whether you enjoy his work or not, is he is one of those artists. He is. He just is. He like. His work may not be your preference. A lot of his recent work I wasn't really a fan of, but as far as the process and
he has
he puts
the artist's
into
mind. It's the artist's mind.
Absolutely.
It's the artist's mind. And again, I feel like him working with some of these people that Kanye has worked with will go down 50 years from now. People will be referring to them as legendary, mythological, this, that, that. Artists.
Some now,
currently.
Most
but you know,
Jay-Z. I mean,
I will guarantee you that 50 years from now, the legend of Jay-Z and Mos Def will, because once the person isn't here,
absolutely,
they become unassailable, right?
They are legend.
And he got to work with them, and a lot of the things he did with them is that one of the reasons that people call them that, right? So he's listened to a lot of rappers bring him their verses. You're a Soulja Boy. And the one thing that was never said by anybody, Soulja Boy, one of the most lyrical. No one's ever said this. So don't think you sending him a verse that's going to top all of the verses. That this must be his standard, his reference.
Yeah.
It's bro.
Yeah.
I get that. I get the little fella with the little website that you may have bought a beat or two from,
right? And
you did collabs with other people. I get he may don't have the same discernment, but this is Kanye West. You sent him he didn't know that shit piled that high, that verse you sent him.
You stupid.
He didn't know it. He ain't know it, right?
Big Soulja though. Big Draco.
Yo, he's all that.
Okay.
He's all that. Matter of fact, listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna get that, man. We just said earlier. You can critique and give out the same time. Big Soulja did one of the most gangster things I've ever seen.
Oh, right.
And these rappers, when the dudes try to break in his house.
That's why he got the name Big Draco.
Big Draco. Dudes try to break in his house. Tried to come for him like he called them.
He didn't. But he gonna send you.
You know how a lot of these rappers get on that verse and be smoking nudes and doing.
He can do that now.
You do that.
There's a select few. There's a select few that we know can do that. The Baby is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Soldier Boy is one of them.
Mm-hmm. Listen, let me tell you something. It may not be what I get it. I remember him as a kid too. It may not be. He may not have the facade of what you think, but we going off facts here.
News.
Big Soldier was busting them things when them dudes came up in that house. Busting them things. So yes, Big Draco, all that, but that verse ain't. That verse ain't. What you should have done was went to a gun range and recorded that. Sent him that. Because that would have been. But that,
why are you like this?
He ain't. No, my nigga.
No, you're right, though. You're right.
He ain't. And you can't have this expectation or this sense of entitlement that anybody, but especially Kanye, is supposed to accept. Like, fuck out of here. Your brain droppings. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Brain droppings.
Nobody got time for that.
You're right.
Fuck out of here.
But yeah, that was my week.
So I just have a couple of things, right? I'm disappointed.
Oh, always.
I've been disappointed this entire week. And it's not for the things that y'all are typically disappointed with.
Okay.
Which is humans.
Yeah.
All this shit is trash.
Yeah.
So I think I mentioned maybe last week that we had a storage tent. Mm-hmm. It's been in our backyard for 2 years since we moved here. Because we had more stuff than we thought. And more stuff we wasn't ready to part with, apparently. But after these 2 years, we have decided for a lot of that stuff that we've gone in and got stuff, but it's been a long time since we gone in and fucked with it. It needs to go. It needs to go. So the stuff in there needs to go. And we've been periodically working on it. Called Bulk Trash Up. Got some stuff that I was going to send to them. They came and got that Friday. Cool. Now I got to do that process again this week coming up. So some of the boxes, and I don't know what we was thinking. Some of the boxes in there were cardboard. I don't know what we were thinking putting cardboard boxes in there. So I go in there and say, time for me to go through this again, see what I'm going to throw out. That can go in the main trash, and also
sounds
things
disgusting.
that bulk trash. Yeah, well, it is, because there were things that were in laundry bags that, listen, we didn't even open them because that's not a thing, right? For what? There's no reason to open them. There's no reason to open them shits, right? No reason at all to open them shits, right? So I go to one of the cardboard boxes and it has my wife's name on it. So okay, this must be some of Detta's stuff. Let's see what it is. Maybe I can throw some of this in the garbage bag if it's no good, or maybe it's something that's salvageable. I opened the lid of the box, and a spider the size of this bowl.
Motherfucker. Yo, stop exaggerating, yo.
Comes out of the damn box. And that's not all. Because not only did this big spider come out, but a swarm of little ones.
That's funny.
All come out of the box. And I'm standing here, and previously I mentioned that I was disappointed. Because you see, Spider-Man had to be bit to get his powers. I feel like the amount of spiders I saw that came out of that box should have been enough for me to get powers. I should literally be able to scale walls, have a 20-foot vertical, all of that. Like, the amount of spiders was, I'm not sure what type of spider it was, JR. I don't know. All I know is it was huge, and the what little ones that came after it really punctuated the point. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Biddy says, I'm glad it was you, not me. I was thinking something similar to that. I said, if my wife had came in here, and opened that box and had that same experience, she would have never went back in that tent again.
Oh no, no! You wouldn't have to worry about it. All of it would have been burnt down.
She'd have burnt it to the ground. She'd have burnt that shit to the ground. Absolutely. and about the bulk thing. So I was a little worried because they've always came to get it Thursday mornings. And when the guy said Friday, I was like, did you just misspeak? So Friday, was it Friday? I thought, yeah, Friday. Okay. So, I was half expecting for him to have been a new guy. That guy that's fucked up, and then it's out there and nobody comes and gets the shit. But when they do come and get it, the one thing that's noticed by my mother-in-law. So 3 people came to get this stuff. And one person drives the truck. The other person puts the stuff in the truck. And then there's the third person to take a picture of the stuff. This bulk trash, by the way, is a feature, a function, an amenity of the city we live in, College Park. Right. They paid 3 people to come out to get this stuff. None of this stuff weighed over 50 pounds. None of it. One person got a check, a whole check, for taking a picture.
Sure.
Hear me well, because I got to make a couple of caveats before I say what I have to say after.
Okay.
If this was a private corporation and they willing to pay you to go, brother, get your money. Get your money. Good work if you can get it, right? But because this is something that's paid for by the taxpayers, I have to say, I am appalled.
Oh, God.
I am appalled that a yearly salary goes to somebody.
Listen.
I am appalled.
For all you know, they rotate.
Listen, maybe they do. But to hear me out, the person that picks the trash up could just as soon, before he does that, go snip it.
Absolutely. No, but what I'm saying is your particular job didn't have anything over 50 pounds.
Right.
That doesn't mean that they don't deal with heavy shit.
That is a exceptional point. That's an exceptional point. I have no way of doing that.
When I was doing grounds for my job, we had the vast majority of the time it was a 2-man car, but we had a lot of times where it was a 3-man car.
Right. All I know is the grumple lump in me instantly caught an attitude with that shit. Because again, if this was a private corporation, how y'all choose to handle y'all overhead with any one of them will tell you the same thing. Manpower is the most expensive thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's the most expensive thing. Yeah. But how they choose to fund that, and that man signed that application, he got up in there, and that's what he do all day. Bro, get your sis, get your money.
All facts. Here's the thing.
Fact that,
what I'm thinking is possibly they might have a camera on the truck, and they might all have to get out every time.
Right. That could be it too. And listen, I've done work for the city as a temp in my younger years for the State Highway Administration, right? And I'm here to tell y'all now, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your function was, what your feature was, what your job, occupation, title was in the city. Nobody did less than me. Nobody. I take pride in that. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Yo, that's
I
funny.
spent your taxpayers' money. I did. Because what we used to do is you'd go there and you wait in the Bay Area. And then a driver who works for them would pick these helpers. And they pick you and you go in the truck and you ride around and wait for a call. Sometimes the grass along the side of the road needs to be cut. We go and do that. We got the big truck with all the shit in the back. We go and do that. Sometimes there's some obstruction in the way of a road. We got to go help them remove that. Sometimes they need somebody standing there with the stop, go sign because of something that's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the vast majority of the times, and when I say vast, I mean, when I say vast, think of the amount of space in between where Earth is and the edge of the galaxy. I mean, vast amount of times. I spent most of the day sitting in the back of that truck, listening to music on the radio, and contemplating where we're going to have lunch. Until we got a call. And yes, I didn't work exactly for them. I work for a temp agency, but they pay the temp agency for the people. Right? So it's still taxpayer money. I don't care who you are. The amount of days I spent just chilling in the back, like, I remember that song. Hard. You know, there's a McDonald's 3 miles. The amount of time I spent having conversations with the other guys in there about greatest rapper alive.
Yo.
The amount of time I spent on the clock collecting roughly around, at the time, $11 an hour. It's a long time ago. That amount of time was crazy. I cost you money. I did. If you lived here in Maryland, I did. And I'm proud of it.
Right.
And if not for the fact that there are other things that can make me money, I do it again.
Well, sure. I get it.
I am not repentant about that time at all. But yeah, my week has that, and of course, always comic book stuff.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's a given. That's been my week, and that's probably going to be my week for the next couple of weeks until we get all that shit the fuck up out of there, and then take that tent down. And reality, there is probably a huge square of dead grass in my life.
Oh no. See, most people have issues with them not understanding modifiers. I have the opposite issue with, because for some strange reason, you keep using modifiers when they're not necessary. There is no probably. It is a thing. Man. It is an absolute thing.
It's crazy. Patriot asked in the comments, he asked a couple questions there. He says, how was your guys' Halloween? To be honest with you, I don't know. Because for me, because I didn't have an album release, which for years, y'all know, I would release an album, it just one day blend to the next. There was literally, tell you something, that you bring that up. I can't speak for SPJ's neighborhood. SPJ lives in an apartment building where you literally have to get in to the rest of you to even knock on somebody's individual door and shit. I don't live that sort of thing, but I've been here in this neighborhood going on 3 years now. And from year one, there has never been any kids knocking on the door.
You scared
trick or treating. Ever. Not here. Now, when I lived in Laurel, yes. That was every Halloween. Here, though, it's not a thing. And I know there are kids in the block because when I take my little walks around here, at the end of the block, there's clearly a house that's full of kids. They got the backyard thing with all the swings and the this, that, and third. And I've actually seen time to time kids in their front yards as I'm walking through the area. They didn't come up on this end. Now, whether that's because, of course, COVID, that's the thing, but COVID wasn't a thing 3 years ago. And it wasn't coming up here still. I don't know if they're thinking, that's the crazy African family up there on the corner with the African sign there. We're not knocking on the door. That could be it too. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that's not a thing over here. So it's really another night. Around here, it's not even. Now, did you have people coming around knocking on doors and all that other stuff? Did you see in your travels people with costumes and shit? Bro?
Not a soul.
I ain't see
it, but I mean, I guess by my logic, that means it didn't happen. If I'm keeping the same logic, then it didn't happen. Apparently, I guess.
Apparently there was no Halloween this year.
Apparently there was no. Apparently it was canceled. I don't know.
Then the other question he asked in here was, we looking forward to No Way Home. I want to make this very clear.
Is it a Marvel movie?
Yes.
Oh,
I was about to say that. If there is a Marvel movie that's coming out for future reference, yes, we're looking forward.
That's funny. Yo, Mike.
SBJ on Halloween.
I mean,
I know nothing.
I mean,
yo,
y'all saw the title of the song. It is what it is.
I know nothing. I really don't. I can't think of a single movie. There have been times early on in the earlier phase of Marvel where there were movies they said it was coming out. I wasn't like Ant-Man. I'll never forget when Ant-Man, they first announced Ant-Man. It's funny because they're talking about arachnids in the in the comments, right? But when I first, well, actually spiders on arachnids. I mean, not spiders, ants on arachnids.
Yeah,
right. But yeah, like when they first announced that, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see it because I'm fearful that there's a part of the overall story that's in there that I'm gonna miss. So I'm gonna see it, but I wasn't doing cartwheels for that movie. And actually, Ant-Man wound up being one of my favorites around that time. You know, what was that? It was on some blinky.
I don't know why it's blinking like that.
Yeah, I don't know. You broke it.
No, you did the same
thing. Turn it off and turn it back on.
Turn it back on. Turn it back on. That's exactly what's about to happen. I'm just going, there we go.
What are you doing? You broke it again. Keep breaking it.
What you talking about?
Keep breaking it.
No, keep talking. Keep saying what you see that.
No, but I was not interested. But yet they won me over because Paul Rudd is a national treasure.
Oh, he must be protected at all costs.
He must be protected.
There are two people. There are two humans. Well, I say human,
but they might. I don't think they are.
There are two people who just don't age. It's Paul Rudd and Pharrell Williams.
Yeah,
they are like, I don't understand. Like, Pharrell Williams was an adult
during the 1700s. He's in the Western. We all saw the pic. We all saw that pic. I'm just like,
Paul Rudd was in Clueless.
Yeah,
he was an adult then.
Yeah,
like I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah,
I'm very confused because I've been told that time exists.
I've been told that as well.
Yeah, and I see evidence of it all the time. But then I see these two motherfuckers.
Right?
And it's like, what is...
I don't know. Dude, I don't know. All I can tell you is they be here.
So y'all
be
just not going to age? Okay.
I mean, maybe we ain't think about this, but maybe aging is optional. And the fact that we don't know that it's optional is why we continue to age. Maybe we should have decided a while ago.
I mean, it's too late now.
Well, yeah, it is. It is. It really is. But maybe it was a point in time you had to go to 18. You had to make that decision about 18. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Mike said Paul Rudd, Pharrell, and Logan hung out in a bar in 18th century Spain.
Yo, it's facts though. It's just facts.
Oh God.
Evidence. Listen.
Yo, it's ridiculous.
Listen.
This is ridiculous.
You're not telling me that. Excuse me, I'm wrong. That says 1492.
Yeah.
When Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Ocean blue.
You know what I'm saying? Look.
Yo, speaking of Columbus, I watched this video.
I try not to, but go ahead.
Yo, I watched this video the other day where the person made an argument, and I tried to send it to you, but something's weird is happening with my YouTube. Mm-hmm. Like, if I watch a video on my TV, for some reason the history doesn't show up on my phone, and I don't know why.
That is weird. Are you using the same? Really weird. Is it the same account?
Yeah, same account. But anyway, there was something where he was like, the dude was basically making the case that Columbus had sex with a manatee,
I know what he's talking about already. I need him to shut all the fucks up. Yeah, because the theory is when people would sing these mermaids, they were actually manatees.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I need people to shut the fuck up.
I'm like, yo, that's a convincing argument. I ain't gonna hold you. The way that he put it out, Fabo, the way that he laid it out, it's a convincing argument. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo, you realize that Fabo is to the black culture. If this was Cheers, he's Norm.
He's Norm, yeah.
He's Norm,
yeah. Facts.
He's Norm. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's facts. That's all facts. Oh, go ahead. Talk to the people about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can see,
yeah,
we have the Black Culture Geese shirts up on the on the spreadshirt. Yeah, I'm actually looking into other sites with more options.
Yeah.
Because certain things I'm thinking about design-wise that I don't know the Spreadshirt can do, but we do have them up. If you want to support the Black Culture Geese.
I do. Mike, okay. Yeah, we got. Oh, the link. Hold up.
The link might be helpful.
Hold up. Whoops. Wrong one. Bang. And the link has been linked.
This
is the current merch shop. It has
the current merch shop right here.
Black Culture Geese, Medicine Mutants, Black Culture Geeks. Original. What else we got on here? Multi-world. It's a bunch of different items and stuff that you can.
Mike said, my girl demanded, like literally grabbing my arm, squeezing it, and said, "Get me one." Oh, that's a thing too, Fabo. We have mad phrasings and things like that are going to be on shirts. But we do want to do more than just the phrasing. We want to design or something behind it. So we're working on getting it like that. But yeah, man. It's something that we have not over the years promoted as much as we probably should have.
Yeah. I'm just not a salesman. I just
honestly, I've been better musically with that part than even the other types of content that I've done with that. But I think also what would be good to have a solid marketer on the team.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Absolutely,
that's what they do.
Right.
And then we cut them into a percentage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have enough product out here between video, music, merch, services,
the
podcast. We got enough stuff out here. We just need a promotion wing.
I will say though, our live streams, for y'all that don't know, we typically, of course, get more listens on Spotify. It's crazy how that has become a thing. But even our live streams have picked up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But the advertisement thing is
Patreon.
It's a glaring hole.
Patreon says not defending them at all, but I feel Columbus is an exaggerated evil and shouldn't be held in the same regard as Hitler or Stalin more than Napoleon, Bismarck. I'm not sure about that, and this is why I say that. This is why I say that. For a lot of years, he was hailed,
praised.
He was. I mean,
you got to even that out. Balance.
Got to even it out.
Should be. Here's my thing. The way I look at it, there aren't levels of evil. The way I look at it, once you're deemed evil, you are evil. You are lumped in with all those fuckers. I don't give a fuck.
If he caused death,
what weird game are we playing that we are like doling out? Once you've deemed someone evil, that's where they be. That's you're staying there. This is where you are. So like I don't do variations of evil. Like no. Once you get put in that evil category, there are people that are misunderstood. There are people who've done bad, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Okay.
But once you get to evil, once I give you that designation, I don't do variations.
Yeah,
So,
like I mean, we're talking some of the stuff he did. The stuff that history is saying that he's done.
You can't tell me when you're responsible for genocide. I can't be nuanced with you.
Listen, they say that the pre-Columbus population was 300,000. Between 1494 and 1496, it was reduced to 200,000. By 1508, only 60,000 lived. 40 years after that, perhaps 500 remained. I got to say, one of the reasons why Hitler was able to kill as many people as he was able to kill is because of difference in time, technology. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, Hitler had a war machine behind him. He had a little war machine with planes and tanks and all kinds of stuff.
And meese, apparently.
Yeah, apparently, right? And guns, which can kill at a far rapid rate than the guns they had back during Columbus's era. So, if it's just a numbers thing why people wouldn't include him in there, I would say that there's reasons for why Columbus wasn't able to. But that's horrible. And me, just me, I don't value one group's lives over those people back then. They had lives too, and families and things they were doing. A lot of times what happens with that too is people will talk about the things that was in their culture that we might find distasteful now as a way to excuse with uppers. I'm not jacking that.
No.
I'm not jacking that. Like, because that's supreme top tier whataboutism. I don't care. Right. They were doing their thing over there, and this was obviously accepted your culture in their society.
You had to kill other people. Nah, I'm not talking about regular war, even though I still have issues with that.
Yes.
But I'm talking about on some conquer, pillage, genocide, all those things. Nah, I'm not.
And the thing about it is, one thing I know is about us. When I say us, I'm talking about the rural us, not us as individuals.
Right. We
are quick to call other cultures barbarous, and the things for the things they did. But I got to say, the reality of the situation is, those people over there obviously accepted that culture because they didn't do anything to change it. That's literally what they would do. This was part of their whole thing. So if they were sacrificing other people for their gods, they was in. They was in, and they accepted it. Nope, the king didn't get overthrown or none of that shit. Like, it wasn't. They were in. We want acceptance for what we are, how we do things over here in this culture, but don't afford that to other people.
Nah, B.
So I'm not going to look at what those people were doing, right, in their culture, which was an accepted thing in their culture, over the fact that this interloper came over there and did this to them. That's a lot of people dead.
Yo, you don't belong here, and you came here and disrupted the way of life. Yeah. I don't.
No, Patriot, he said he prefer Leif Erikson. I like Leif Erikson too. But you did not open up a can of words. I'm glad that we having a discussion. Like,
it's just the direct response to what you said. That's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's not anything like that.
It's not a can of words. No,
it's just that, like, me personally, I don't do variances of evil. Like, once you've done enough to get into that category, you're just in that category. Yeah.
I think too. Time is another thing that I feel really poisons us to the atrocities, right?
Yeah.
So when there's enough time passed, a lot of us tend to think, "Oh, that happened way back then," so we don't. That shit still matters. That's ugly.
The effects
that's
are ugly. Still.
If that happened today, we would say it was ugly. So why isn't it ugly? It's ugly. Right. It's ugly. Yo, exactly. Genghis Khan was like
I'm just
Genghis is, like Ray John said, even if they had to be warned about the dangers of spreading disease to the new world, I'm pretty sure they would have locked up the doctor as a witch, too busy with their bad humors and listen.
Yeah,
we are talking about a time period. Yes,
your intentions are bad, and you have this agenda, and the fact that anything that would have risen up against the agenda would have been shot down. Like
it was.
and I'm talking about with fire and stones
and swords and
yeah,
the shit they was doing that's crazy. And again, like I said, if somebody did that shit now, we would be like, what the fuck? So I'm not saying that. And then, like we said earlier, because he was praised for so long.
Yeah, bro.
The Mythlin was praised so long. He gotta catch them bars now. Like his image will take that hit. Yeah, got to even it out. Like he
absolutely.
He
got to even that out.
Songs about him and all that.
Right. You got to even that out and then hate him.
Yeah.
You got to even out first and then hate him. Yeah. Like, I don't. Yeah. Nah.
It's normal though in the sense.
Oh yeah,
that,
absolutely.
When this is the thing with narratives too, right? So, how long has Hitler been the bad guy in public thought?
Mm-hmm.
A long ass time now.
So it's always going to default to.
Always going to default. It's always going to default to him because he has been the bad guy far longer than he has been thought of as good, right? Mm-hmm. But Columbus, especially in America, we had a whole day for him. Kids was getting recent. Like this all
recent.
It's all new. It puts me in the mindset of when we talk about some of the other atrocities that happened here in this country. So I get that a lot of us we're children of the era that we're in. And a lot of us are slave to the perceptions, the narratives, and all of that shit too, right? So because of that, everything seems like the worst thing ever when it happens in our era. This is the worst thing happens, right? But gotta say, there's only been a very minuscule, small window of time in this country where the actual history of this country, its ugly warts and everything has been talked about. Because I know when I was a kid going to school, most of that shit was the promo pack.
Yeah, probably.
It was the promo.
The thing about it is, it's actually the smart thing to do. Like, it is the move. Like
it's
logistically,
the move. Yeah, it's the move. I would also argue it's the move for a certain amount of time because what happens is once the people get a taste of what actually happened, you got some explaining to do, Lucy.
It's a very thin line.
You have
to sell the propaganda to the point that you feel you have to sell the propaganda expires.
Right.
So you have to sell it to the point where you feel like you've got the things instilled into the people.
Right.
And then you move on. Like you're not supposed to keep It's literally preaching to the choir. Like, you're not supposed to keep doing that.
And they did it. They did that.
And they did it. No, I'm sorry. They do it.
They do that.
They
and
still
now,
do
what's
it.
crazy is, I guarantee you it's been less than 60 years. Way less than 60 years. With these I remember in high school, right? Certain things not being taught. Yeah. Right? So it's been a small ass window of time with these things.
Nigga. When I was in high school, a lot of these things weren't a lot of things that I know now.
Look at the pushback. It's a small window of time where the warts was shown, and look at the pushback, because there are people. There are two types. I think it's two types of pushback. So the first pushback is the system pushing back. Mm-hmm. Like, we need these things to be believed this way in order for us to. We need y'all to see this the way it is, the way we wanted you to see it, because
we're a sustainable star now. Yeah. Like. It's on the decline for certain reasons, but we're no longer in that building stage where we need you to do. No, we're not there anymore.
Right.
We don't exist in that state anymore.
Right. But it's comfortable for you, for them to get you to still accept certain perceptions and branding. That's necessary. Then there's the other pushback, of the cognitive dissonance. It's painful to people who were taught this a certain type of way for all these years to see that it's not. And there are some people that are open to, because knowledge for the sake of knowledge. If this was the truth, if this was the actual truth, I'm here for that. I'm not here for the smoke and mirrors. I'm here for the actual truth about what happened, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing that's going on. Patriot says, have you heard of the abandoned Greater Columbia Project? America, as in the U.S., was to peacefully annex Canada, Greenland, and Iceland and sponsor a unifying of Latin America. I did not know that. I never heard of that before, but it tracks. I would say that one of the biggest mistakes North America, the United States itself, not speaking of Canada, the United States itself did, was not take an invested interest other than fucking with their governments and shit like that with South America and Latin America, because the Chinese are now. The Chinese are down there they're experimenting with helping countries with infrastructure and sending the money and stuff like that. And I think that was an oversight the United States screwed up with, because thinking back on it now, one of the best things the United States could have done was really help those other Latin American countries and get their infrastructure up, and then have them with this trade thing that was beneficial or whatever. Because we do trade with them, but I mean truly mutually beneficial, right? Because what wound up happening when you didn't do that, these other countries down there, just my opinion, these other countries down there had shitty infrastructures, then you fucked with their governments, and you did all sorts of stuff like that, and then you get mad when those people try to leave to come someplace that sold to them as better, for a better life. Oh shit, we got a problem on the southern border. Well, here's the thing. Maybe some of the investment of this gold and capital and shit could have been in helping fix those infrastructures up, so that people wouldn't feel the need that I'd leave to get something better. Just saying. Saying.
If we had invested in them, then they wouldn't have to be doing, like, you would have been allowed to keep some of your bigotry. Realistically, I just thought about this. Hold up. Realistically, you would have been allowed to keep some of your bigotry. You could have been firm in not wanting them to come here, and it would have been fine, because you would not have had to broadcast it, because they wouldn't have been trying to escape anything.
Yeah, it's a funny thing about selling, packaging the American dream as something everyone should want this,
bro.
And then when people want this,
when they want it, no, not you. What do you mean?
Not you.
What do you mean? So what you're saying is that the indirect descendants of the person that you say found this place, aren't good enough to be indirect, because Spaniard. Okay.
Look,
they can't.
Yeah,
the indirect descendants.
They different Spaniards though.
Right.
They were forced to be Spaniards. Okay.
Facts.
The actual Spaniards are from Spain. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, they were
so that's what we're gonna do. Because all right, whatever. Moving on.
It's what's for dinner.
Well, sure. I found a new game. Well, yeah, I found a new game. This is not a game that can actually happen more than once. This is really the only time we can ever play it. So I'm really kind of upset Eddie's not here. But it is what it is. So which sibling's career would you choose, and why? And we're not talking about money. We're not talking about money specifically because...
You may not be talking about money.
No, nigga, stop. We're not talking about money specifically because there are a couple on this list where the monetary difference is just disrespectful.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, we're not talking about money, and we're not necessarily talking about fame.
It's necessary for it to not be about money, because then there's no choice. This one made more money, so
it just doesn't make sense to choose the other. Right. We're also not talking about fame because that's not something particularly appetizing to either one of us.
So what would we be talking about then?
The career itself. Like everything, all the other factors outside of the money and fame. The works produced, what they're doing, even maybe the public perception, reaction, not perception, to their works, that type of things. Just pretty much everything except the money and the fame. All right,
please do the Jacksons.
That was actually that's one here. Janet or Michael. Mm-hmm. Janet or Michael. Which one you going with?
Mm-hmm. Janet.
Interesting.
Listen, and to explain why, I've always felt that despite a couple of little things that was leaked out there, Janet found a way to be a bit more well-adjusted.
Sure.
All right?
Sure.
She had the level of fame and money combined with perception of how people viewed her branding that I'm comfortable with.
Okay.
When I think back to Janet's music, and listen, there's a lot of people, of course, Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. That's it. But there are a lot of songs that I hear from Janet where when I hear them now, I feel better about them.
Okay.
Mike's branding, with a lot of the controversies and stuff like that, it does affect the nostalgic. Like when certain songs from Janet I hear, they're so good. I'm like, when I think of you, like, it reminds me of good times. Because I never had any, there was never any controversy with me with Janet. Like, Janet go out there, she's gonna dance her ass off, she's gonna do her performance, then the video come out, then she, that's Janet, right? I feel good. Yeah, I feel good. But with Mike, it's always, I like this song. I remember Mike. That just his branding, it does. So much of this shit is subjective. So much of this shit is other things outside of the music that do affect how you feel about it. For me, it does anyway. Janet would get definitely recognized in public.
Well, clearly.
And I would even make the argument she might be mobbed a few times. But it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing like the ends people would go to get close to Mike, especially in Mike's. So that's disturbing. You apes, when y'all like a motherfucker, y'all like
no. I said no. Whoa. We're about to say it's a little different.
Messianic figures, y'all be on that cray cray. Y'all be on that cray cray for real.
I can't argue with any of this. You're making a very compelling argument.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yes.
I'm going with Michael. Here's the thing. I everything you said is true. Basically, you're saying that you heard a love song and then you looked at the man in the mirror and you remember the time when Michael was on some. Okay, sure, but I cannot. There's no legitimately just for the work, like. That people mobbing thing, that's a very compelling argument.
It's more than mobbing. They are.
Bruh. Yeah, that's a very compelling argument.
I don't want that career. I don't want that.
But, nah. Listen, the idea, what up, Austin? The idea
What's up, Austin?
That I am literally the gold standard of what it is that I'm doing.
I don't think so with you. We can't even make you famous, man.
I'm not talking about the fame. I'm talking about the people that are just looking at what it's like, for instance, so me, I've been around a few famous people. It's never been a scenario where like, oh, I'm starstruck. Like, not to say that it's impossible to happen, because I haven't been around all of the people I'm a fan of.
I've been around plenty. I've never been starstruck.
Yeah, it's never happened to me.
Never happened.
So I don't. That's not how I look at people that I'm a fan of. Like, so I only pick Mike because of the way I look at that. Because the way I look at it is outside of the crazy motherfuckers.
But that's part
outside
of your career,
them. No, absolutely. No, it's something I'm gonna have to just take. Yeah,
I'm
not separating it. But
the
idea that I am the gold standard, I am the pinnacle. I'm not even talking. I'm talking about strictly the art. Like the fact that people are like, yeah, it's a mic thing.
But do you think? Hold up. Do you think? Let me ask you this question about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Mike being the pinnacle was solely the art, the music?
No, absolutely not. 1,000% no.
Yeah,
everything matters, but I still hear enough people saying the music.
Yeah,
I hear enough people saying the music.
There are a percentage of those people that are mistaking the music for the brand.
Oh, of course.
They're saying
that. Here's the thing. They don't have to be right.
But they're saying it.
They don't have to be right. There are absolutely aspects of Michael outside of just the art of the music that contributed to that, without a doubt. If you don't
part
think
of
so,
his
you're
career
crazy.
too is the being the sheltered being.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that career.
I might
be
fine. I might be fine with that.
Like, I don't want to walk around. I don't want to do.
Listen, I might be fine with that. I legitimately might be fine. I already walk around with a mask.
But it's like I told you before though. I've had 2 experiences back to back that showed me.
Oh my God! It's Tombstone.
I've had those experiences.
I've been there when that's happened.
Shut up. But I've had them back to back. It's one thing if it happened one time and then no. One day it was, let me sign this. Can you take a picture? Let me get this. And the very next day, I'm in the movie theater with my family and nobody even know. I've had a chance to contrast.
Yo, Mike funny.
Right up to
Mike said, "Hey, that was me." Oh my God, it's Tombstone.
It actually was. But
I believe it.
But look, right? But Mike wasn't Michael Jackson fan. Tombstoning.
Yeah. But hold on. In Mike's defense, I don't think it was through lack of effort. I think it was just that Mike is a big motherfucker.
Mike a big motherfucker, yo. Mike is a big motherfucker. Y'all see, he don't have a long name.
You stupid,
right? So you might think, damn, JR said he was 9 when Mike passed. That's crazy. For me, my experience with Michael Jackson goes all the way back to when he was a little boy, which is actually, I ain't gonna hold you, that's my favorite version of Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. It is. It's my favorite version of it. Sure. But he reinvented himself over the years. So I've been there for all of those stages, and just like that, the level of me being able to contrast that, I much prefer us sitting, going into the movie theaters and chilling. And I don't want that as I can still. If I dropped another album the day after we came from the movie theaters, my fans would have purchased it. They would have still been on that other stuff. And I still would have been able to go to the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? Without being involved. Like I said, Janet will get mobbed, but it ain't the shit people willing to do.
Yo, I don't mind going out of my way to isolate myself from human beings.
Then when you put it that way.
I don't like it would be one thing. It would be one thing.
Shirt, yo.
Hey.
Mike is a big
yo, it would be one thing if I didn't have the means to do it, right?
Right.
But we're talking about Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he absolutely had the means.
I don't. Just the idea of I could summon people. Like realistically, like there are a few people right now in my life that I could call them and they'd be here.
Right.
But that's because of my personality and my relationship with them.
Right.
This is something different. He could summon you. And
I guarantee you,
and the vast majority of people,
your personality, that's gonna get old real quick.
Sure. But the novelty, listen.
When people look at you now, people that love you to go all out, throw bullets and catch bullets for you. These
Facts.
type people, right?
Facts.
When they look at you now, that's one look.
Yeah.
There's a different look that is uncomfortable as fuck.
Sure.
Somebody that sees you like.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yo, that is not.
Listen. Here's my issue. Being Mike only raises the possibility of you running into those people. It does not change because people are still people.
Guaranteed you're gonna run into them.
Right,
Mike. It's guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying. So, but it doesn't change whether those people exist or not.
No.
So no matter who you are out of this list.
Yeah.
Well, it might be one or two people but the vast majority of people on this list, they're gonna have those people that exist out there.
Yeah, that's
gonna be like.
I'm sure there's people look at Janet that way too. I'm pretty sure.
No. I know a couple people who look at Janet like that. So it's like
Janet was Beyonce before Beyonce,
bruh. Yeah. And it's like I'm good. I'm good with going out of my way to isolate myself from humans. I don't have any issue with that. And just the work, man. The work that's the thing with Mike. The work, like, again, we know it would be foolish to say otherwise, that it was only the work. Nah, clearly. Come on now. That's Mike. That's Mike. All
that's
that
why I said these things are these are intangibles.
Yeah.
That create the image and boost the music. It definitely does. It definitely
all that went into it. But still, the work though, like, it's one of those things where he's one of those people where he's an icon, and I listen to the work and I'm like, yep, okay. I get it.
Got you.
I get it.
Makes sense.
There are some people who are like these icons, and I'm like, I see the work ethic. I see what the process might be, and I get it.
But the iconic thing too is to make it the icon. It is so not just about
to make it to icon while living.
Yeah, it is so not just about your music. Yo,
ain't no way.
I think people really. Well, I know people underestimate marketing, right? Because that's why it works.
Yeah,
that's why it works. Because people underestimate the influence that it has. Like, you can be subtly marketed to, what we were saying earlier about your branding you're also included in your interactions with people. If people think of you and instantly smile, your branding is on point. If people think of you and go, that motherfucker, your branding's fucked. Your branding's fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So,
but to a certain extent, because Surf made a very interesting post on Twitter, and it's something that I had not previously contemplated, even though it makes total sense. Mm-hmm. He said, we live in a society such that 1 million people could hate your guts, but you could still be making millions of dollars from another million people.
That's a fact.
It's 7 billion plus here.
That's a fact.
You don't.
No doubt.
1 million people hating you matters none.
That's
as long as you can put that same energy towards people that do love you, you can.
Which is the old saying that's true. Like, yo, don't spend time focused on the people that don't fuck with you.
Yeah. Facts.
Spend time focused on the people that are supportive. Like, I'm not gonna. It is literally a waste of time,
bruh.
Somebody says, I never buy his album.
Yo,
all right.
If you're gonna convert somebody, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna convert them by talking to them.
Facts.
It's just not how that works.
And anyway, that's mental energy that you should not be put especially when, which is the caveat you mentioned. There's 1 million people over here that actually fuck with you. They're giving you what you need. They're commenting on your shit. They're supporting all the projects that you put out, be it music. Maybe you put out a movie. Maybe you wrote a book. They're supporting all. These are the people that you are supposed to be focused in on. But it is human nature. It is human nature for people to focus on the negative. It's 100 comments is positive. 1 comment is bad, and you fixated on that.
Laser sharp on that one. Yo, sheep beget sheep.
Facts.
And the way that I mean that is,
thank you, honey. So thank you for giving us a chance. Really appreciate
you very much. Thank you very much. You got these people that appreciate you. They're gonna run tell that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just that simple. But anyway, moving on to the next one. Mm-hmm. Owen Wilson or Luke Wilson?
This is difficult. Because
not for me.
In my mind,
I'm surprised that it's difficult for you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. In my mind, they're below mid tier as far as career. Well, sure. One of them is definitely under the other.
Yeah, definitely.
But we're talking about now who y'all like best. We're talking about career wise.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Owen just did Loki.
Yes, see? That's what I'm about to say. There's no question.
I fuck with Luke Wilson.
I do too. Absolutely. I love both of them. But listen.
Owen just did Loki.
Owen was in the MCU. I can't. You think I'm going to pass up? The fuck you? Are you new? Have you bumped your head? Like, right. On top of that.
Patriot. Let me ask the Patriot. See you. Let me ask the Patriot real quick. Absolutely. You can email me. Yes. Absolutely. Email me. I am glad to see, because I remember one time you mentioned before you wanted to do some more, write some fiction and stuff like that. If you about to move with that, yes.
See, Rajon, I gotta disagree. I'm still sticking. Now, before Loki, it wasn't as hands down. Mm-hmm. But pre-Loki, I'm still going with Owen. Because I like... All right, so Wedding Crashers, The Internship, Meet the Parents, all these things that Owen Wilson has been in. He's like a lovable goof in so many of these characters that he plays, and then he's shown that he has range.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not, again, Luke, I absolutely like Luke Wilson, without question. Yeah. It's just that I gotta give Owen the slight edge before Loki, and then after Loki, it's not a question.
For me, it's, we talking about career wise.
Yeah.
And I fucks with Luke Wilson. I do. He's been in some stuff that I absolutely enjoy. I like his personality, how he presents himself. But it's Owen. The things that Owen has been in,
pretty much exclusively the same thing. And they see. So, for instance,
yeah, they do.
Like Janet and Michael, there's a big enough difference in their level of stardom that you can use that. With Luke and Owen, there's a difference, but it's not a huge difference. Right. And they exclusively pretty much both act. So...
What you should have added in that list was Andrew Wilson.
Yeah, I'm not adding Andrew because I don't even know anything that he's in, to be honest with you. I know he exists, but I know he's an actor. But it's just a lot of the things that Owen is in. I think I would have wanted to. I wouldn't have minded. I would have loved to be in.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like that's all. That's all it is.
That's really what it is.
Because we're talking career. We're not talking about likable
person.
Yeah. No, I would. You know. Don't get me wrong. Like all right. So Luke is in the Stargirl series.
Mm-hmm.
I watch it.
Yeah,
but it's not something I would. Oh, it's got to be in there. Yeah.
All right,
but then Luke had a relatively small role in that '70s show, and I love that '70s show.
Yes, absolutely.
You know I love that. So he's got. It's not that he don't have some things, but when I contrast and compare, and go through their films and TV shows, this and that, a lot of stuff Owen was in. I would definitely want to be in that. So I'm gonna take Owen over that.
You know, the biggest thing that would have pushed me towards Luke, two, I'll say two, were Blue Streak, and there's no but with that. Blue Streak is absolutely one of the two things that would have pushed me towards going with Luke Wilson.
Right.
The other one was Idiocracy.
I love Idiocracy.
But the thing that changed that is Terry Crews is in it. So I'm going to have to.
That's why I stopped. That's why I don't watch it anymore. Fuck him. I do love the social commentary. And look,
absolutely.
I do love how a lot of that shit is very relevant today. I love it.
Big ass fries. But anyway, I gotta go with Owen.
I gotta go.
The MCU thing. absolutely pushes it over the edge. Like there's no
Yes, I wanted
question.
to be in Loki, folks. I would have been in Loki. I'd have been
absolutely.
in that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if
Without
I was random TVA agent number 5.
Facts.
I would have been in Loki. Like,
all facts.
Like,
all right, let me see. Who's next? The Wayans brothers. I mean, no, I'm sorry. The Wayans.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pick between any of them. Which one?
Kanan.
Of course you would pick Kanan.
Kanan's all.
You know what? Yeah,
he's all father.
He is. That's facts. I didn't even think about it like that, but yeah, I gotta go with Kanan. I was going to say Marlon. But I gotta go with Kanan.
Give me Kanan.
Mainly because of what I personally want in life. Kanan don't be in front of the cameras like that. Kanan,
you're right there.
Kanan started. He said, "Look, we about to make something. We gonna make something out of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put all y'all on. I'm gonna teach y'all how to do everything, and that's just what it's gonna be. I'm gonna direct y'all stuff. I'm gonna help write y'all stuff. You gonna be in this? All right.
I'm
cool.
only gonna be in
this?
things
right, cool.
because I need to be in his in order to get me to the point where I need to be. This is a lot. That philosophy, that obvious method and tactic that he used with his career, is literally the purpose of Black Culture Geeks and Multiworld Entertainment. It's literally that. Yes, you see us in front of the camera now, and trying to be entertaining with you guys now, and engaging us. But our ultimate goal, we're here because we have to be. Our ultimate goal is to be the producers behind the scenes, producing content for the masses, and doing the directing of the way things move. And we're choosing this person to be in this spot here. We're choosing this script to be the thing that we green light. This is what we're trying to do. So, like, I classic example, we were supposed to but I had a doctor's appointment. But we were supposed to shoot this pilot for the series that we wanted to do. And yes, you would have saw us on the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment one of these gatekeeper networks would have taken that show and said, we can do something with this. Unless they say that contingent on the bag, they like our personalities in that spot, we would have absolutely swapped ourselves out for some young, attractive, full of energy, charismatic, relatable host. It could have been 3 of them.
Yep.
We could have got to replace me, you, and Keith.
And
Mark, if Mark had came with us that day, whatever. But when I look at Kanan, I see somebody that successfully did that.
Yes, without a question.
That's kind of what I want.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna set this Hollywood shit on fire. All right. Don't nobody want to work with me. All right, cool. Y'all gonna do this. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put you here.
Yeah.
This is your role.
Yes.
You got these
17
lines.
That's right.
In this entire movie, you got these 17 lines. I need you to know these. I need you to deliver them well. You don't want to be in front of the camera. I feel you. All right. I need you. You gonna write. You gonna write with me.
Yeah.
You gonna write with me.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna need you in there. You don't gotta say nothing in there. You're gonna be an extra.
Right.
But I'm gonna need you behind this camera with me
as well.
Show you how this works.
Use that exactly.
So I can't. There's
that is literally the goal that we have set for all the labors that we do. That is the outcome that we want. So the performance aspect of it, I would say that previously, years before, I just accepted that as part of the game. Yeah. As a musician, a recording artist, and that I was working to be, that's part of it. It's not one of my favorite parts of it, but this is part of it. I can't do this without doing that. The older I've gotten, and once I've had that music thing, right, I'm seeing the value of being the guy behind the scene. Let me give you a classic example of what I'm talking about. So my first producer, Sean Black, his uncle is Randolph West Party Johnson. Now, that name will not ring any bells to anybody at any time, and that's actually the point. Randolph was vice president in charge of promotions for Def Jam. So many times when they did a show in town, back when they had the Fresh Festivals, this before a lot of y'all niggas, they had the Fresh Festivals where a lot of them, the early rappers that were signed to Def Jam and on those different things, they would come together, get down there to the Baltimore Arena at the time, and perform. Fresh Festival during the summer, and they would tour the country. When they would come here a lot of the times, Sean would always get backstage because his uncle worked for Def Jam. Something his uncle told him when they was watching LL Cool J out there from back behind stage do his performance. He said, if I go out there right now, wouldn't nobody know who I was. I wouldn't get no chairs. Little do they know, everybody back here is making more money than everybody up there.
Hey.
You feel me? JR know what I'm talking about. JR know who I'm talking about. And that was my first producer. That was his uncle. So he got a lot of perks from that. We did not use that connect well at all. But in hindsight, I'm sort of glad we didn't. But we did not use that connect well at all. Sean went up there with our music. They even liked it. Like, oh, I like that. It needs some work though, like because we was in the home recording studio. Right?
Yeah, it needs more cowbell.
It needs more cowbell, but we like that. We like that. Also, the presentation of it wasn't good. And Randolph told Sean Black, he was like, if you give me this, I have to give it to somebody else. It needs to be in a certain shape. Regardless of my standing here, and it is a business. They got to sink money and investment into these artists. This has to be presented in a different way. It can't just be on this little tape here. This has to be a whole package. You need a whole thing with pics and this and that. Yeah. And that we never quite got the hang of that part of it, ever. But what Sean did manage to do was get backstage all the time, and get to know some of these at the time, these mega celebrities in rap, like Chuck D. I met Chuck D twice, and the first time I met Chuck D, of course I'm with Sean. As soon as he sees Sean, it's the what's up, man? This, that, no. Like he got to know these motherfuckers. There's a picture, Sean. I don't know if he ever uploaded it on Facebook. There's a picture of Sean and his cousin Jermaine in the back offices of Def Jam, holding gold and platinum plaques of the artists that's on there. And for a long time, it was a regret that we just did not utilize. To me, it was a regret we did not utilize that. But in hindsight, I'm good with it. It is what it is.
I mean,
I'm good with it.
You know, you ended up with a Legion.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It ain't what Wu-Tang has, but
nah,
I'm good with it. I'm good with it. No, hell. What, Iron Mike?
Nah.
And I don't mean Tyson. I'm talking Gleason. What are you talking about over there?
No, you on that Michael Jackson level.
So do you have another one to close it out?
I've seen people faint. I've seen some people faint.
You ain't seen nobody ever.
Okay.
More people faint at battle raps.
I guess we can go. Charlie Sheen, Martin Sheen, or Emilio Estevez.
Oh shit! This is difficult. Career. I'm going with Dad, Joe. I'm going with Martin. Reason being, it's been long. He's been in it. And he's had his moments, of course, where he's viewed as a top actor, even if he wasn't the top box office draw.
Yeah.
Right? But he's been viewed as a top actor. very well received, and the longevity of it, and the things he's been in. I wouldn't have mind being in some of those things. Emilio, I would have loved to be in Young Guns. Young Guns is one of my favorite westerns, right? I would love to be in that, but I'm hard pressed after that.
Sure.
For other things, I was dying to be in. Right, and with Charlie was also in Young Guns.
He had a sitcom.
He had a sitcom.
He got what's that syndication money.
He did, and he still does.
But again, we're not talking about money.
Right, but I would say that the syndication part, sans money, that's still part of your career. You got something.
That's legacy.
Syndication, right? That's legacy shit. They're still playing his shit. I watch his shit every night while I go to sleep on his shit every night, right? So, even with all that, I'm gonna take Martin because Martin, he met a lot of the legends. He been like,
I'm picking Martin Sheen for 2 words: The Departed. There's no way. It's just no way. It's just no way.
That's crazy. It's crazy to show you the level of quality, right? The difference of quality. You know, the first thing that popped in my geek ass mind when you said Martin Sheen, before it went to any of the other stuff that I know he's done and I've watched and enjoyed, Spawn.
That's fun. Yo, we can't. We can't do that. We can't do that. But no, for you to tell me that you're going to be in a movie with Anthony Anderson.
Hey yo, why is sis bugging right now?
Yeah, Tiger's blood. Tiger's blood is a real thing. We're not going to ignore. We got going to ignore the Tiger's blood thing. It's impossible. When you mention Charlie, you can't not mention Tiger's blood. It's just a real thing
right now.
But when you tell me I could be in a movie, not movies with, not I've been in movie with each of these people. No, movie with Anthony Anderson, Mark Wahlberg, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson, at once, just one movie. We just gonna be in this one movie. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that. I mean, fuck Marty Scorsese, but that movie. The Departed.
It's pretty dope, yo.
I gotta go with that.
Yeah, pretty dope, yo.
Yo said Spawn. Oh my god,
yo.
That's not a movie I would have ever wanted to be in.
Yo, and that's the thing about
not
it.
Not that
right?
particular movie.
No,
a Spawn movie, sure. Yes, but not that movie.
I would have loved to do the voiceover work for the Spawn animated HBO series. Sure. I would love to do that, but nah, yo, it's just because when I learned to embrace the geek stuff, and that's where a lot of my
no, I get it.
It goes right. It goes right.
Given the context of what we were talking about, that was not ever going to be.
It was not a good movie.
Yeah,
it was not a good movie. Yo. It wasn't. It really wasn't.
No, B. Not at all.
It wasn't. Yeah. So, like I said, I fucks with Emilio, but I'm hard pressed after Young Guns.
Yeah.
To something for me to say I really wouldn't mind. Like, not so much.
Yeah.
He was Billy the Kid, and that was dope. It's fire. But I can't think of nothing else. Is that it? Or we
I mean, there's one, there's 2 more, actually. That probably won't take as long. Dave or James Franco. And here's the crazy part about that. There was a time where I would have picked James Franco.
Oh, damn.
There was a time.
That's crazy. I don't know much about Dave Franco's work, so I'm picking James.
Well, the reason that I changed is because of the current issues and allegations.
What's going on with James Franco's? See, I'm completely unaware of that shit.
I can't tell you them verbatim.
Okay.
But I know, put it like this. The shit that he's in is so deep that Seth Rogen has stopped making movies with him. So,
wow.
There was a time when the shit first started where Seth Rogen was basically like, No, that's one of my best friends. Blah blah blah. Blah.
But then started.
He's come around to not.
It's some stuff going on. Yeah, he done seen some shit or heard some shit that convinced him and shit.
Yep.
Me too, Frank.
Yep.
I've completely not been abreast of that. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Hey, Patriot, you sent it to Facebook? The Face Biggity?
He probably sent it to your page, your Facebook page, not your profile.
On my tombstone page?
Yeah. That's probably what happened. That's probably why you got that automated joint.
Yeah, yo, if we're friends on Facebook, send it to me in the Facebook.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, prior to that, I would have picked James because James is an amazing actor. Yo, without question. There's not like the fact that he's as funny as he is just happenstance.
Yes.
Apparently. Like the motherfucker can work. Like
no, he's been in a wide variety of different things. Yeah.
But I gotta go with David now because
I don't even know. I couldn't tell you one thing David did.
He was in The Neighbors. He was in Now You See Me and Now You See Me Too. There was another one that I liked, and off the top of my head, I can't remember it.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's been in a couple good decent things.
I told him this much. I definitely wouldn't want the career of somebody that's jammed up like that.
Right.
I'm gonna have to pick Dave on that. Just that alone. I don't have to see nothing else.
The last one is Jaden or Willow Smith.
Jaden.
I gotta go with Jaden too.
Jaden.
Number one, Willow has moved into like pop punk princess, and that's just not my thing. But also Jaden.
Jaden got bars.
Jaden is a philanthropist.
Listen, Jaden got bars.
He actually can rap. Yeah, he actually can rap.
Jaden got bars for rap.
But he's also a philanthropist.
On the low key as fuck. But a lot of motherfuckers wouldn't want to admit or whatever because Jaden got bars for it.
No, Jaden got bars.
Jaden got bars.
But he's been heavy into philanthropy. He's done shit with Flint, Michigan. He got a water company. Like he's turning out to be a fine young man. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Jaden.
I'm going with Jaden.
No slight to Willow, but Willow. See, I feel
Willow's not doing anything that from the eye would be that interested in.
One of the things with them, with that free range parenting shit that they did with them, is one of Willow's choices was to stop doing music.
Yeah,
that was one of the decisions, and I was like,
and she could have kept going.
Cool,
it could have been dope. You know what I'm saying? Doing her thing, but
she decided not to. It was this story Will Smith told on Instagram, I think, and he was like, she was basically like, why do I have to keep doing music? And Will was like, because you have the deal with Mr. Jay-Z, and she was like, no, you have a deal with Mr. Jay-Z. I don't.
She didn't sign nothing, and she was too young.
She was too young,
so she had somebody else.
This is back when What My Hair came out. So yeah, she like, no, you have that contract. I don't have the contract.
You can put music out under my name if you want. You do that.
And so she stopped for a while, and then when she decided to come back, like I said,
there are some caveats too. I see a lot of people make the attempt to put themselves in the shoes of Jada and Will and their choices. I gotta remind people that there is a lot of money and also connections to get money that they have that the average person doesn't.
That's a fact.
So there needs to be, at the very least, yes, you should definitely support your children in their the freedom of expression. My moms did that for us, but there was a line. But my moms definitely did that for us, right? But everything is not a one-to-one.
That's what I was about to say. I treat that the way I treat names, right?
Yes.
I feel like if you are in a certain situation, then what you name your child is way more important. The fact that I think it's Erykah Badu and Andre's kid, I can't remember. That the fact that they have a child named Seven,
They can have a child named Seven.
They can have a child named Seven because they're Andre 3000 and Erykah Badu.
Yeah. That's a great example, by the
Ray
way.
Ray and Jonisha should not have a Ray Jonisha. That should not happen. Right. But it does. I mean, and it's not for the reasons that most people say. It's actually tied to the reasons that most people say you shouldn't have those type of names. Mm-hmm. And it's the fact that there are people that think that you shouldn't have that type. That's the reason for me. Right. So when you're Will and Jada, who have been famous all their lives without being child stars,
right?
When you got that type of money and fame and connections,
right,
you can do whatever the hell you want as long as you're not endangering them kids.
It's not a 1-to-1, and I think some people do try to put themselves in them shoes. Now, you and I always dispute about the name thing because it depends on what the name is for me.
Absolutely.
Like, I feel like cultural names. I think it's a bad idea for any culture to assimilate so far to the point where they erase themselves. Yeah, they erase themselves because trying to circumvent things that they don't know for sure will happen to them as individuals. They know what's happening to other people. Yeah, you're gonna, if you do that in great numbers, a few people doing it here and there, cool. If you do that in great numbers, you're gonna erase your culture. Now, unless you hate your culture and you don't want anything else to do with it, then that's you.
That's a personal choice.
That's a personal choice. But for me, being someone that doesn't want to see certain things, the type of person I am, when I hear certain African accents, I get salty. Right, because I don't have I don't have the shit. So that it's a sticky wicket. But like you said, everything is not a 1-to-1, B, and you cannot apply certain metrics to everything equally.
You can't blanket that shit.
You can't make the blanket, and too many people do on both sides of that, and it's kind of dumb, but not all unexpected for it to be dumb.
No, because people are dumb.
People are dumb.
Absolutely. Like I said, with you're them, yes, you can make decisions.
Yes,
because
can be
the reason behind these decisions is for the things that they already have in spades.
They already got it.
Yeah.
They don't never have to worry about being broke. They don't never have to worry about having a lack of resources. See, it's the difference between Erykah Badu and Andre 3000 having a child named Seven, and Al Bundy and Peg Bundy, when they had the child named Seven, didn't work out well. Right. It's the difference. Right? It's the difference. It shouldn't work out well. You know what I'm saying? He wound up on a milk carton, as a matter of fact, if I seem to recall correctly. But it's a little different. But we want to thank all of you once again for coming on the show and being a part of our live stream. It is one of the things we always say every week. If you are listening to us on streaming services, and plenty of you are, and we appreciate those numbers.
Without question.
Different experience being on the live stream. Completely different. So you should really consider being here, either on Twitch or on YouTube or on Facebook. Pick your poison. We are pushing people to go to Twitch though. But whatever, you should really be here. People that are here, they actually add to the content. They add to the laughs. I walk away laughing. We do a 3-hour show, and I'll be tired at the end of it, ready to eat, do some other shit. But I don't feel like it's 3 hours wasted. I had fun. I spent that's fun. It's a fun Saturday doing that, right? And that's largely because, of course, me and my host we'll talk shit after this. Or another times after this without the audience being there. You know what I'm saying? But it's that, and then it's the audience, the live audience that comes on here. We laugh, we have good conversations, discuss certain topics. Sometimes we serious. Other times we just be bullshitting. But
I'd rather have fun. Like, we can be serious and have fun.
Yeah, we can do that. So so appreciate you guys. Also, do not forget those of you that are interested in supporting Majestic Comics. Help us get this company up off the ground and continue to put out comic books and different other IP about it. Definitely go check out the Majestic Comics on Patreon, and whether it's whatever tier you can reasonably support, we are appreciative of that support. We're trying to get to that number 100 because the Majestic 100 will always be in the credits on anything that this IP has anything to do with, be it the comic books. If we get to the point where we can do animated stuff, you will have a credit on the animated things as well. Any YouTube videos, any other content, your names will be attached to that content because you were the first 100 people to believe us and support what we are doing, and we appreciate that.
Thanks.
Also, do not forget the Metas and Mutants podcast with my man Super Sci Guy. You can check that out any place where podcasts are streamed, Spotify, whatever. And also there is a YouTube channel of the same name, Metas and Mutants. Go check that out. Go check out Jaded Nerd. In the Jaded Nerd channel, he does the celebrity gossip beat. He's very funny, very entertaining, very verbose. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen myself going to it more often now just for his commentary on certain topics. So go check that out as well. Also, do not forget, Addy is soon to be back in the saddle again. He's getting his whole setup back together at his new apartment so he can start streaming again. That's always a good time over there. I can't wait for that. And also check out the Rise podcast every Sunday, 12 o'clock noon on the Rise Show with Coach Squeeze. Coach Kenny now is always on there too, and Coach Cobbs. It's a good show. They doing really good stuff over there right now. I've been checking out their stuff periodically. They're doing some really good stuff over there, getting some good interviews with people in the industry. Finally,
Truck was on there last week.
Yeah, they doing some good shit. Doing some good shit over there. So go check them out too if you're interested in boxing and sport and politics of it. That's a place to go to get that. So for my man SPJ, and for the greater multi-world entertainment family, and yes, I'm including the live stream commentators and audience as well.
Facts.
We are out.
Peace.